Hello, everybody. Welcome to NUFC Talk TV. We are live with another live match commentary of Newcastle United, and in this case, against Brighton at St. James's Park. Welcome. We got here me and Gary, of course, the Mighty Wind is in the stadium. We're going to play some of the Mighty Wind's videos that he's been able to gather from Brighton fans all across St. James's Park as well. So we're going to get that together. But we are live again, folks, after a night of, you know, a night out in the tune, a Friday neat, and now we got to get back to work after a couple of pints, a couple of tabs, and so right back to business, man. We're gonna beat Brighton, and we have a few surprises as far as the lineup is concerned. To be fair, but we're gonna talk about all that stuff. Gary, how you doing, mate?
Oh, very good. Yeah, excited. To be fair, it's going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be a cracking game. I mean, I've started to watch some of the game on the early kickoff, and it's been a cracking first half. And it's one of those days. It's bright. It's um, for a player. It's like the perfect weather because it's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's bright, and it should be an interesting game. I'm expecting it to be end to end. If I'm honest.
All right, and as we know already, or some of you may have known that we have a few surprises, um, and I guess let's share those real quick. And I want to know people's opinion on these substitutions, on these changes that Eddie Howe has been making. So please let us know your opinion, what you think so far. We're gonna take a look at those comments, and yeah, we're gonna react to those as well because we want to know your opinion. So as far as well, let's go to Brighton. Let's go to Brighton first, and get that out the way first. Obviously, Verbruggen, no doubt, goalkeeper. We didn't have Julio as a center back. Didn't have Julio
Because
as a
because
center.
we had the other lad who's injured. He's got a thigh injury.
Yeah.
Who would have played in the centre, which would have moved one of them across. So yes, it's a bit of a different formation for them, to be fair, with them going 4-4-2. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So we will see. By the way, if you look at just according to SofaScore alone, take that with a grain of salt. There, basically everybody other than three players are 6 points in somewhere. So very yellow if you're used to SofaScore. Green score is supposed to be good. Yellow should be somewhere in the middle. Not good, not bad,
Average,
but
yeah.
average. Exactly, exactly. And of course, Captain Lewis Dunk, as we expected in the center back position as well, right side of the center backs. On the right back, Joel Veltman, and on the left side, Ferdi Kadioglu for Brighton. No surprises there. We expected that, obviously. As far as the midfield is concerned, they are playing with a 4-4-2 according to this. So this might change though. So you never know. You never know. They usually sometimes get the formation wrong. Hinchelwood right there with Baliva. Rudder on the right side. Ayari. I didn't think we had Ayari on the left. So that's a surprise, I believe. I don't. Yeah, we don't think we had him
We
on our
didn't have him
predicted.
at all now.
And then up front, you got Ferguson and Danny Welbeck, very up front as a number 9. So no surprises with Welbeck, of course. What do you think about this Brighton lineup, man? Are we still feeling the same way as we
Uh,
did before?
well, obviously, from depending on what they're trying to do, from first point of call, if I was looking as an Eddie Howe person, I would be like, we've got overloading in the middle of the park with our three to their two. But if they try and dominate the width, it could cause a problem. So we are going to be very much reliant, I should say, on the likes of Anthony Gordon and Murphy and Jacob Murphy. Now, maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's the reasons why Eddie Howe has changed his form. Well, what we thought like with his strongest 11 by bringing Murphy back in instead of Barnes, simply
Yeah.
because of this system. If they hug the touchline, our three in the middle of the park will be stretched, which means then we're going to be outnumbered 2-1. So it's an interesting one from Fabian Hersler because, like I say, it looks like he's trying to do a spoiling tactic. But they have got a very strong forward line now because, like I say, we know even Ferguson, even though Evan Ferguson's been injured a lot of this season so far, he is, he's dangerous in front of goal, and we all know what Danny Welbeck can do. He's got a lot of experience. He can run into the channels. He will always give them an outlet if they're under pressure. Um, But at the end of the day, they have got quite a sluggish defence. So if they do come to play the high line, which by the looks of it now they probably won't, um, they'll probably come to spoil the game a little bit and stop us from attacking. I think it's going to be an interesting one, but we will have to sort out their width when they overload on the width from
Hmm.
their current situation, or we could be in trouble.
All right, and Charles is asking for our lineup. Of course, that's what we're here to do. So we're going to show it right now. Newcastle United coming on to St. James's Park with Nick Pope at goal. No questions or surprises there. You got Dan Byrne and Fabian Scher. No surprises either. Lewis Hall on the left side. No surprises. We expected him to be there. Valentino Livramento on the right side. Very much the back four that we expected. In the midfield, you got Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton, and Tonali. No surprises there. Our best midfield, really, at this point in time. But up front, you got Anthony Gordon on the left, Isak up front as a center forward, and Jacob Murphy starting over Harvey Barnes. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. I think Murphy needs to be on this lineup no matter what. But the manager has decided to go with Murphy. Just don't think. I think he's probably wanting to follow the everybody in the same position that we've known kind of works. But having a player that's of the talent of Harvey Barnes, I would I would definitely go for him. But you know, eh, I'm saying it before the game. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with Barnes not being on the pitch, and I know that he's going to come onto the pitch at some point, probably 65th minute, as we already know. And if he changes the game, then we're going to be in trouble for the next one, um, because the player. I'm just playing hypotheticals, obviously, because if he doesn't play well, then I still think he should start, but pe- people won't argue it too much. And also, if Murphy has a bad game, then we're gonna people are gonna talk about it. Beer Biking already knows. You already know he's gonna be talking about it either way. Um, but so I'm just saying, the player. How long can a player resist um, not playing and also winning you games? In my opinion, Harvey Barnes has been the best, most effective player for Newcastle United, and not getting the opportunity might start to affect them mentally, for lack of a better word. But that's just my opinion. What do you think?
Well, it's a difficult one simply because you've got a player who's been our top scorer this season. His XG is higher than any other. And as everybody on the field has had, it's like they've none of them have ripped up any trees. But he's the one who could potentially get us that goal. And I do think sometimes, you've got to stop looking. I mean, against Brighton, there's a part of me that, like we said on Thursday when we did the show about, the look ahead for this game is pace behind, and I think that is the only thing that Harvey Barnes is lacking. And that could be, like I said, detriment to when he plays and who he plays against, simply because he isn't a speed merchant. He likes the ball into feet. He likes to work into the channels. We know he likes to step inside and use his right foot. But again, you've got to be up against teams that will allow you to do so. Now, the likes of Wolves again, and Brighton will be the same because they play this width. And if their fullbacks then decide to go on a bit of a journey, if we can get the ball out wide to the likes of Gordon with his pace can get behind, I think that's the reasons why he's given Gordon the shout on the left. Um, Murphy, again, you can ask your question: do you change your team, your front three, your two out of the three, to bring in another player? And this is what we were saying. At this present moment in time, for me, it looks very much that we are utilising players out of position to try and create a position, and it doesn't work for us. So there's an understanding for me that Eddie's gone back to an old system where he knows players play in that position, that perfect role. We know Murphy can be hot 1 minute and cold the next, and according to Beer Viking, he's cold 99% out of 100. But I think it's like a case of, we know Murphy can track back and he will need to today. We know Gordon will track back and he will need to today. Barnes doesn't always give you that. And when he does do that, like against Man City, when he was told to get into a tight forward in the middle of the park, when we went to a 5 at the back, he was then lost as an outlet up front because he hasn't got the legs to get him into that situation. So I do understand it. Is it fair? No. And will it reap dividends later on in the league? I hope so. I hope we can get a nice balance where we can tell Anthony Gordon to go and run his absolute legs off for 70 minutes and bring on Barnes then when the opposition tire, where he doesn't need to rely on pace to get him space to actually get rid of the ball or take a shot. So there is a reason behind it. Whether it's fair, I don't think it is.
Yeah, that's the big one in the chat right now. Debating on it. And of course, Beer Wagon is telling us that Murphy only has bad games. She's a bit biased, to be honest. I think he's been decent, but he's not the one though. So on that particular scenario, we already know what he can bring to the table, and but yeah, I mean that's have a point. That's have a point to say the least. Let me see. Mighty Win has spoken with some people in the ground. So let's take a listen to some Brighton fans and what they are expecting so far.
Well, hello. Can you move in a bit, Izzy?
Come on, Izzy.
Hello there. The place has been taken over by them. The Seagulls are in town.
Seagulls are in town, aren't we? Come up here, enjoying the Geordie hospitality with a Guinness in a Coles glass. They must run out of Guinness glass.
So it's Simon and Izzy we've got here, all the way from Brighton.
Yeah.
What do you reckon today?
Oh, I reckon there's going to be one goal in it, either way.
One goal either way, you're not committing?
No, I've been up here the last 2 seasons and we haven't had a win yet, so this time we'll have a win, won't we?
Yeah, Joe, what about you, Izzy? What do you reckon?
I don't know, it's close. We got a good team.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Minter to score.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we are dreading, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Simon and Izzy, thanks for your time.
And Joe.
Watch this on the preview, which will be on at 2:30.
Okay then, we will.
All right, so some of the Seagull fans, I kind of find it weird now to call them Seagulls because of the mic.
Yeah, I know.
But Bruno G. Stern, Spurs just hammered West Ham. I'm looking at 4-1 right now. Yeah, 4-1, 87 minutes underway. So, yep, that's a fact. West Ham is toast, says Brent. Troll saying here, I would say since Murphy can cross, that's the only thing that makes him better than Miggy. They're both not good enough, in my opinion. Welcome for the first time, Co. That's the only thing I can read. So, welcome, mate. And it says kudos sent off. Oh, kudos sent off for West Ham. Yeah. West Ham seems to not be doing great at the moment. Jake Kirkton, Murphy when Livramento plays, Almiron when Trippier plays. Miggy, Bruno, and Trips have a great chemistry on the right. Just not seen this season, says Jake right there. David Knight says, I hope we slap Brighton. Brent says, West Ham sucks. They may be the first team to change out managers this season. Yeah. Could be a big team not performing well. Yeah, certainly this spanking will go out for the record. People thought he was going to be close, but no, I didn't think so either. I thought Spurs was going to get it. Tim, Terminator Seed, we already know Tim, collaborator for us, says, what message does it send to the whole squad when your best player can't get into the team because another player is seemingly guaranteed to play in his position no matter what? Well, that's an interesting question. You've mentioned, Gary, before that nobody should have a set position or a indefinite starter.
That was Eddie's message, buddy, wasn't it?
That's true too.
This is what Eddie has said. Everybody's got to earn their place, but when you've got nobody competing for that space, and when I say it's not about bodies, it's about technical ability. Now, we all know the likes of, the three lads in the middle of the park. Let's just take, for instance, the three lads in the park are all technically gifted players. Now, obviously, people will always argue that J7's not a technical player. He's not, but he's in there to obviously disturb and stop the opposition from creating something from the middle of the park. He's the general. He's the one who's going to give you the hard yards. And what you've also got to understand is there's going to be players on there that are what they call decoys. Now, if anybody watches or has watched Eddie Howe in his tactical setup at Bournemouth. Now, there's a lot of stuff out there. What Eddie loves is selfish runners. So, what I mean by selfish runners, it's players that will run into a space to draw opposition into, and that should, in theory, create space behind them. Eddie loves that, and if you go and have a look on YouTube about Bournemouth days with Eddie, he loves the unselfish stuff. So as a team setup, like what he's got with us now, and people will criticise against Anthony Gordon because I've just seen in there somebody's called him the headless chicken, the same as they do with Miggy. It's the runs that they do in behind that create space for other players to get into, and a lot of stuff is not seen by just running alone. So you've always got to ask yourself if you haven't got competition in a space. Now, for me, the only competitive areas in this team is left wing, because our left backs, if you like, we've got two players that fill in at left back. So you like Hall's more or less guaranteed. I suppose you could say the right back is one of those areas where there's a little bit of competition when Trips is fit. But again, he's coming to that end. Where I believe he's probably coming to his last season at this level. And your two centre backs now. Who really is going to take Shaw out of his position? Kraft isn't. Who's going to take Burnout in his current form? Well, certain fact, Kelly isn't, and it's proven this. And that's why I said, this team is nowhere near the finished article, because there's far too many players on this team that play with the freedom of Newcastle. There's no pressure on them, and the only pressure is on Anthony Gordon and Harvey Barnes because they are competing for the same position. Miggy and Murphy are, like I say, free rollers. They're both more or less guaranteed a game, and it seems to be this season more Murphy. And again, that's what I said. It's about quality in depth, and it's just showing. Like I say, when we can go in week after week and virtually pick the side. You're always going to get the odd one wrong because your opinion is you want to see the best 11 on the park. Like we all wanted Harvey Barnes to start, and he's put Murphy in.
Yep.
I don't necessarily think that Eddie has another choice. That's the way I look at it. And like I say, unfortunately, what happens then is if you're going to pick all of your players to start in their best positions, then Harvey Barnes is the one that falls.
I will say, well, I mean, first of all, I want Harvey Barnes to start no matter what, but I've seen Miggy have somewhat better performances in the last few games than Murphy, but I don't think either or really. It's like what Mighty Wayne says. There's not a paper cigarette between them or something like that. Because one week one does well, the other one doesn't. But obviously, right now, Harvey Barnes is on the bench. Blackademus, Emil Kraft, Lloyd Kelly, Joe Willock, Sean Longstaff, Lewis Miley on the bench. Do you expect to see him at any point in time today?
No, unless there's an
Why
injury.
would he be a bench player then?
Well, it's like I said, it's about preparing mentally, So,
Okay.
but I know it sounds crazy, and a lot of people will always say, "Well, that's bollocks" and all this, but it's absolutely fact. The idea of building up the player, it's about getting used to the atmosphere, it's about getting used to the surroundings, watching the game, and it's about mentally concentrating on what the lads on the pitch are doing. He may get 5-10 minutes at the end. But if you look at our depth in the midfield, Tonali comes off, Longstaff goes on, J7 comes off, Willett comes on. So everybody's got a role. Do you seriously think that Longstaff won't get on before Miley does? Now, again, without having football under his legs, he hasn't had any under 21 games.
Yeah.
So I think this is literally him getting mentally prepared. And as long as it stops us, and I said this before, as long as it stops us putting 2 goalkeepers on the bench, then to me it's a positive.
Yep. But Lewis Miley on the bench, William Osula as well as Miguel Almiron. Wilson is out. Never, was never going to show up. Now, interesting for Brighton though, you got Mitoma on the bench, and
Yeah.
you do not have Yankuba Minte.
Mad, isn't it?
Yankuba
Obviously, he's
Minte.
taken on board as this probably been a step too far.
Yeah,
Probably
but like,
because they
it is
reckon he's going to get
surprising.
hammered. Yeah, it is totally surprising. I was a bit gobsmacked when I first saw this, and I'm like,
Do you
no
think it?
Yankuba Minte at all.
And I mean, he's not hurt, so that is not that is a surprising move in football in today's day, because you can only reason he's not injured, so you can only reason the fact, unless they come up with an injury, or you know how that works.
Yeah, yeah.
And they say the only reason that you can think of is, well, the manager doesn't think that he will play good against his former team.
Absolutely. He's
And
probably not
not
mentally ready for it.
Not even going to put him on the bench though, just to fake it until you make it. You don't have to put him on the pitch, but at least put him on the bench. Man, that is, well. I mean, I'm happy. I don't like Yankuba Minta playing against us. I
No,
don't.
well, I mean, we don't know. He may have taken a little knock or may have had a little strain in training yesterday, even though it's supposed to be only light training. He may have turned and tweaked something in his calf or in his thigh, and they're just not risking him.
Yeah, that's. But that's interesting. Let's take a listen to another set of Brighton fans reported from our sideline reported today on duty. The mighty Twat. Let's take a listen.
Mighty win here. I've just got off the bus and just bumped into Nick and Bella, who are on their way down from Brighton for the match. So we're just going to ask them what their thoughts are and what they're hoping for. So Nick, take it away.
Well, do you know, Big W, what I'm waiting for today, I think, is a Brighton victory. But I have to say, without a full squad, which we're a bit weak, as you are, you boys are 8 down, I think, for this game. I think it's going to be a tough one. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 at the end of the day. I don't think we can expect much more than that. And actually, where you are on the table and the way we've been playing recently, I think we'll be lucky to get that. So I'm going 1-1.
Good, good. Have you been here before?
Yeah, every year.
Every year?
Yeah.
Good,
Well, since we
enjoy.
came up to the Prem, I've been up here every year.
Yeah.
Bella used to go to uni up here.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, right. So
it was a
you know all the ropes.
Yeah.
exactly. So we used to
Excellent.
come
And
up.
are you equally as hopeful? Or?
Yeah, like hopeful, thinking for a draw. I think that's, what we can hope for.
Okay, well, Nick and Bella, thanks very much for
It's a
that.
pleasure, mate.
Thanks so
Watch
much.
us later on the pre-match.
I will do, mate.
There you go, Mighty Wayne doing
Brilliant.
some sideline reporting, proper stuff. This video actually was, they were all pretty good. So, well done, Mighty Wayne. Which I'm assuming he's already in his seat at this point in time. Or maybe grabbing the. Well, how long we got? We got 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Yeah.
Depends. I've never been, so I don't know how quick you can get to your seat. So don't know exactly how long people.
Oh, they'll all still be in the pub, mate. Now they don't start queuing until about 1:45. So
interesting.
you always get the like win. He's always in the ground last when I've been with him. So it's quite a funny one.
Davey, I don't know if he called her nigger. I don't know. But let us go with some comments because people are having their say, having their opinion. David T, beautiful day on Tyneside. 3 points will do very nicely. There you go. NUFC Michael says, Ari, Chris, and Gary, lads and lasses. Murphy starting over Barnes. Yep. And he's having a thinking face. 2 physical forwards for them, says David T. Yeah. But, with that, if that continues to be, let me just refresh, though. If that continues to be a 4-4-2, then we might see a different, for the first time ever, Mr. Husla, I think is his name, be kind of pragmatic.
I think he's going more
the first
defensive
time.
lineup. As we've seen, he's took Mitoma out, which is one of their star players this season.
Yeah.
So he's not going with much pace on the wing. So they're not trying, and I think this is going to be a spoiler. You know what I said to you on Thursday? The way to stop the crowd from giving us that 12th man is by trying to just spoil the game, and make it quite a boring game. For me, this is how Hurtler is set up today. He's got 2 guys up front. He'll probably one in sitting in the hole just to try and pull our 2 centre halves out of position. And again, if they start to try and overload down the wings, they've got not much pace, but if they hug the touchline, it does make us change the way we play. So we're going to be quite narrow. If they try and stretch us, we've got to be careful about it. But like I say, to me, it's a setup on Hurstler trying to spoil the attacking momentum. I can't see them playing the high line with this team. I'll be very, very surprised if they do. I think it's going to be a mid to low block, and let's see what you can do. And like I said, to me, having looked at this team, has he come for a result? Mm, I'm not sure.
Not sure exactly. All right, more comments here. Trolls, not perfect, but Murphy is better than Miggy overall. David T. Miley on the bench, strong looking bench. To be fair, it is. Jake Curtin, Barnes is underwhelming when starting. Plays much better off the bench, according to Jake. David T. Brighton subs are Minte and Mitoma there. Only Mitoma. Only Mitoma. Jordan Brentwall says leaving your top scorer off shows bias from Eddie towards Shite Gordon. Well, I agree with you. Even though I disagree, I argue with him either way. I don't think Gordon is shite. I think he hasn't been playing good. I think you need to treat both players the same way, especially if one of them is been the most effective player, and that's the one that you bench. So I think, and like I said, I mean, look, it depends on how you look at it. You can look at it Gary's way as well. You know, it's all he can do. He's got a proper right wing, not proper. You understand what I'm saying? Proper. I mean, I'm not saying fucking Murphy is you know the best right wing the best right wing in the world, but maybe according to characteristics, he doesn't want to risk a Barnes on the right and wants to see what Gordon can do on the left. I'm playing devil's advocate because I don't want to argue this early in the morning for me, but I would put Harvey Barnes on the pitch. You know, it's
I mean, I did say that Miggy was probably going to be doubtful, Chris, because obviously he didn't come back from South America until Thursday, and he didn't train with them until Friday. So any manager worth his salt will have set out a tactic. Now, we all know what Miggy can do, but if he set out a team with a tactic in mind to try and beat this. Now, again, did Eddie know they were going to play 4-4-2? I'm not sure. He's probably thinking like I was, they're going to play a 4-3-3. And obviously try and do a similar type of, press style of football like they have done for majority of the season. But again, previous results prove them having a real difficult time at St James's Park. So maybe, like I say, maybe he's tried to move them around to try and upset the balance with us and make us think. But like I did say yesterday, I had my feeling that Miggy wouldn't start. It's glad to see him in the team because, like I say, to me, he's had a couple of really good games on international duty. But I think that was probably the reason why he wasn't starting today.
All right, and we got I see a Dante Rodriguez right there. We share the same last name, mate. Welcome. He's asking Minte. No, Minte is not available today. So shout out to you. Welcome Tiger Studios again. Epic and UFC in the chat as well. I see more chats coming up. Jake says right here, does anyone think Barnes won't score if he starts looks knackered after the hour mark? When he comes on as a sub, looks much more effective. Well, that's a good point. Trolls, not perfect, but Murphy's better than Miggy overall. I think we got that one. Brent says, but by the way, their setup, how many chances will they get behind? Well, that's what we're saying. I don't think they're going to be. Maybe their tactics are not to be really. Maybe to get a draw. Beer Bike and Murphy has to track back and give the ball away on the byline. David T. Apparently, Gordon has put money behind the bar at the Strawberry to thank fans for their support after the penalty miss. Yeah, I have two ways of thinking about that. I don't like players apologizing for missing penalties. It is what it is. It's part of the game. Because it's not going to be the first one. He's going to miss again. But I like the thought, thanking the fans. I think if thanking the fans is wonderful. I think that's great. And I think it's a great thing. Now the money though, what is that money going to? The Strawberry Bar?
Well, if nobody goes in there and drinks, yes, but trust me, the Strawberry's rammed. And if all the fans have heard that there's money behind the bar and a free drinks going on,
so they can go. Okay, I understand. Okay, yeah. So, but do it for the fans. Thank you for your support. Don't like players apologizing because he's gonna miss one again, and then you know, it is
Yeah,
part of the game. It's part of the
it's
game.
going to be expected next time, isn't it?
It's
Whoever
like,
misses
hey,
a penalty, it's going to be like,
you
come
can
on,
buy me a
lads.
beer.
Yeah, exactly. If Anthony Gordon does it, you've got to
Exactly.
do it. So yeah, there's a part of me that understands it
Yeah.
because of the support he's got, and I think that's the social media support um, on his account. But I mean, like I say, it is part and parcel of the game these days.
Right.
You do miss them. All the best players miss penalties.
Exactly. Ginger says, Chris, do you think there will be a day where Fancy Gordon's job is to score and create, right? So if he doesn't do it, just runs around like a headless chicken, can fans take the blinkers up? Well, I'm not going to disagree with that. I mean, I think he needs to do his job. He hasn't been really.
Mhm.
He's done it. He's got a few plays where against Man City was definitely good. The penalty and all that, and the penalty against Everton, that was a good play. Oh no, that was a Tonali takedown. Never mind. Um, well, he didn't score the penalty, so he's had a few plays, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Now he's going to be the highest paid player for Newcastle United, so we expect more, 100%. Tim says there's a bigger picture at play around culture, competitive edge, and pathway into the team for others who want to have that hope. Yep, very good take right there. Michael, in UFC, I am expecting a high press and closing down all over the pitch. Just came off the back of international duty, so should be as sharp as we can get, says and Michael. Beer Viking, I love Gordon. Did you see Gordon put money? Yeah, we talked about that one. Yeah, yeah. So I heard it from Gary. I didn't know. I didn't know. Mac debates. Did we say when we sold him that he can't play against us? I don't think that's. I don't think so. You can't do that. I mean,
No,
once you
no,
sell him,
yeah,
it's another player. You can't
he's
do.
got nothing to do with us now. If he was
Yeah,
on loan, yes, but he's not.
exactly,
He's their player.
exactly. Foxy, well, Brighton not going with wingers at all, so Minte doesn't suit their obvious game plan. Brighton might have the plan that Brighton might have. That's why Mitoma doesn't start either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bold move, man. That's a bold move by
Huh.
Brighton, and if it doesn't turn out well, Brighton fans will not be happy. Let's just put it that way, which is okay with me. Menzel Henzel Osula can play right wing, so why not give him a chance? He's not just a striker; he can play on the right wing too. Yeah, but look, he doesn't get a chance with being a right wing. Imagine, I mean, sorry, a striker. Imagine right wing. And
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not
we've not
disagreeing.
played with a natural striker and he doesn't come on the field. He's not
Exactly.
going to come and start right wing, is he?
Exactly, exactly. So it is what it is. All right. So at this point in time, let us know your predictions after seeing the lineups, after seeing everything. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. What the score will be for this matchup. It'll be great to see. And if you're part of the NTTV tournament, you can change your score if you want to. Let me know, and we'll get that sorted. So yeah, I mean. Ron McFarlane in the chat as well. Welcome, mate. Beer Viking. But I also would add in Murphy is playing in his natural position. Miggy is not. You switch Murphy to the left, he can't cross either. Well, yeah, some people say that Miggy,
We all know Miggy's
Miggy
not.
is a 10. He's played a 10 his whole life. So,
Yeah.
but at this point, people don't really care about that, People just.
I was going to say,
Peop-
Miggy's not played a 10 for us ever, I don't think. So it's like I said, you look at natural positions and everything else, and like I said, sometimes you've got to have balance. And what I've noticed recently is we haven't had much balance. We didn't have the balance against Fulham, and it was like I say, it was hot knife through butter coming through our midfield. We tried something different. With putting J7 up on the inside left position against Everton, and as much as it worked, it didn't. We still haven't got the extra bodies in the box to actually link up play and overload in pockets of space, and
Mhm.
that's my issue with Newcastle at the moment. We seem to be very defense minded, and that's like I say, stop them scoring. We've always got an opportunity to score one goal, and it's changed the way we play, and it's also changed the fans' excitement the way everybody was saying, "Oh, it's great we're winning 4-3," and it was the old Kevin Keegan ethos. I don't mind conceding 3 as long as we score 4. Eddie's changed that this season, and he's stopped them. He's trying to stop them from scoring goals. Now, yes, we've only scored 8 and we've conceded 7, and it just proves we're not committing bodies from midfield into the box. And when I look at the likes of Tonali and I look at the likes of um, J7, what we've got to stop doing is get into that 20-yard zone and stop. We've got to start committing 1 or 2 players just to make a run into the box, because it's the movement that creates space for other players. And like I say, it's been far too easy. What I said against Wimbledon, it's the pendulum tactic. We go high in the left, we stop, we bring it back, we bring it along the 25-yard line, and it goes to the right wing. It stops, it comes back. And like I said, when we've got a centre forward in there, that would be great at getting the ball into the box. Nobody crossed. And then all of a sudden, we play with a not a natural number 9, and then all of a sudden we decide to cross balls into the box, and we're like, it doesn't make sense to me. It's like I say, somewhere along the line, the Eddie tactic at this present moment in time isn't connecting with all of the players. So that's certainly something that Eddie needs to look at in this game, because to me this is the perfect example of a team going the old-fashioned style. And again, 4-4-2, I think it'll be a fluid 4-4-2. I think you'll see a lot of movement in and out of positions, hence they've got no natural wingers. It means to me that they're looking to overload in certain points. But again, will they just sit back and let us have the ball and then look at the break? I don't know, because there isn't much pace up front. So to me, I can see this being the long ball, the long punt, the likes of Welbeck and Evan Ferguson holding the play up, looking for runners from the midfield. But they play a game so differently. And, as much as I think they've had a few dodgy results this season, you've got to take your hat off against Hurstler's way of playing, because, like I say, being 2-0 down at Spurs and then absolutely drumming them 3-2, it just proves that this team can play if you allow them to play. So, a totally different setup today, I understand that. But again, they've got goals up front if we allow them space to do it.
All right, so I think I'm seeing Fox is the only one that's changing their predictions from 3-1 to 1-1. So you can do that. I still got mine at 2-0, so I think I want to keep it that way. And by the way, we put up a quick poll, and see if you have hit the like button yet. 62% said yes. 21% says, "Oops, I forgot it. I forgot about it. I will do it now." Come on, close the chat for a second. Hit the like button. Help us reach more Newcastle fans. Hit that like button right now. Make sure you check. Make sure you've done it. I did it on my phone and double clicked on accident, and it wasn't clicked. So make sure you do it, please. Help us out. That's all you can do. That's all you need to do for us. It's free. And, you help us out, reach more Magpies. So please hit the like button. And we got the Mighty Win. So let's take a listen to the Mighty Win as he's walking in the stadium.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, on my way to the match. Happy days, happy days. Easy peasy, no minty. Game done, 3 out. How are the lads?
Okay, well, he's definitely positive. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yep.
We shall wait and see. You never know. We have had trouble with teams, and maybe what Brighton is wanting to do is that against Bournemouth. Well, Bournemouth did attack us a bit, but against teams that sit back, and like Everton, certainly, we tend to have trouble with penetrating their defense. So maybe that's the tactics, which is fair enough. It's valid, certainly enough, valid enough. So please hit the like button, folks. Help us out. Lee McFarlane, let's see. It's like we're Wynn's little baron in his arms. There you go. He's carrying us on that one. That's funny. All right, so yeah, I mean, we're not really strict. We're not going to ban you or anything like that, like other channels might do. But look, just we're watching the game. Obviously, it takes away from the commentating, from the passion of the commentating. If we see any results or any goals, so please, if you can, help us out and do not spoil it. Um, and certainly, I got to deactivate my notifications here because this thing will notify me um, if um, if anything happens. So, but we got about 15 minutes, maybe 18 minutes before kickoff. Let's go with some more comments though. Um, well, Foxy changing his score, but he also put up a statement saying Brighton setting up to be defensively more solid and not as threatened going forward. Seems like they have set up for a point. Yep, maybe that's enough for some teams coming to St. James's Park. You know, it
Yeah.
is what it is. It is
Yeah,
what we
points
have.
away from home has always been a manager's mentality. Again, it's about spoiling the opposition, and I've always alluded to the good managers, and you can go back, look at Pep all the way through. Good managers change the way the opposition play. They come up with a technique or a tactic that will allow the opposition um, to obviously have space, but the way it's set up is after 5-10 minutes, the manager will always then try and will change the shape of the team to try and block or spoil the team that's dominating. And we did exactly the same against Pep. We tried to do a spoiler. Now I know people will say that they blamed Murphy for not tracking back, but at the end of the day, he was in that half zone where if you can look back, if Trippier hadn't dove in at Grealish, then Grealish wouldn't have been able to sidestep and pass the ball through into the half space. So again, it's a case of you can't always blame individuals when a player's going into the box and it looks like he's being marked. You try and play into those half spaces because if the ball gets deflected, if you're not in the half space, you can't pick up the 50-50 ball. So there's always going to be players out there that do a very similar thing, but because they're obviously one of our better players, they don't get the finger pointing. And it was really interesting to listen to Longstaff's interview yesterday when he says homegrown players seem to have the stick, the flack, a lot more than players that don't. That are bought in from the outside, and that was also what Alan Shearer said. Because he obviously being a local boy, but actually didn't come up through the ranks. He went elsewhere and then was brought back, and everybody loved him. Now, I know people are going to say, well, Longstaff just isn't the quality that we need,
Mhm.
but he creates them again. I'll talk about those half spaces. It's when he gets into the box, he's always finding the space. Now, again, when you look at the likes of Tonali, he was a much different player. He's a technically gifted player. I've yet to see him use and try and work those half spaces, and that's what I mean. Sometimes a player looks bad because the way he plays will always give him the opportunity to score, but sometimes he's not the defensive player that you want. But at this present moment in time, I just think we're too defensive. I'd like to see us commit a few more bodies forward.
All right, let's get set up for the watch along, folks. Hit the like button, and we'll get set up right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
What the hell just happened? Why is that? There we
I
go.
don't know.
We got sorted up. We were a little bit
It's all over the
lopsided
place.
there for a second. Well, I don't know why the timer is on, but ladies and gentlemen, Newcastle United set to play at St. James's Park, coming back from a dreadful international break, but we are here nonetheless. So it's going to be a great atmosphere, great matchup, of course. So hit the like button. Benjamin Maven in the chat. You see your comments scrolling through on the bottom right there. US feed showing highlights of Semenyo for some reason. I won him in January, big time. Well, I'm not. I'm telling you, he is definitely. When we played him, man, he was busy, man. He was busy for us. So I'm not opposed to him. I'm telling you. And we need a right winger like that. Yeah, if we play 4-2-3-1, we can fit in Barnes as a 10, Gordon on the left, Semenyo on the right, Isak up front. A deadly forward. Now you have to take midfielder out, but Tonali and Bruno to me, J7. But it depends how you look at it. Some people might not want that, but I'm telling you, man, Semenyo would be good. I don't know. What do you think, Gary?
Yeah, I like him. He's got pace. He's got everything, But it's like everything else. Um, I was talking to Win yesterday about Premier proven players always come with a Newcastle tax, and there's players out there. We've listed many of them that could play a very similar role. And the problem is, unless you see them actually it perform in the Premier League, you never know. And we look at Wemo, which is obviously one of Wynn's favourite players, and it took him 2 years to actually get going in the Premier League. But again, it's not bringing in players to be proven, but from if you don't bring in players that are regular Premier League players, then you do have to give them time to bed in. Not everybody's going to hit the ground running. But yeah, I do like him. I think he's in my fantasy league because of what I've seen so far, and he's reasonably priced. So yeah, he could always upset the opposition because of his pace and his close control. He's probably got a little bit more to do to be a top end player, but he's certainly got the technical ability to do so.
Heck yeah, Miss. We're looking at Bruno Guimaraes on the screen right now. Um, 1 assist in 7 Premier League starts this season. Certainly not been the dream start for Bruno this season. He did have, to me, his best game against Everton, the last one around. I think he's had a really nice 2 games for Brazil as well. He played against Peru, so definitely watch that one. He did very fairly well. And he was key for the win against Chile. As soon as he came on, he was very important. So last 3 matches for Bruno have been very good. We'll hope to see that he performs better. We got to be careful with Daniel Welbeck though. Scored a match winner against Tottenham last time out, so he is certainly somebody to going to be battled probably Dan Burn, don't you think? And Shar have more
Well,
freedom.
that's what I'm saying. It depends on, like I say, how you play. If you go man for man, um, again, I don't think Burn or Shaw have got a lot of pace, and that's why I said this is where I always say if you've got a natural six in your team that can just sit in the passing channels, it stops them getting the ball to feet because you've got two very strong players with physically strong. I mean. So Shaw and Burn today will realise that they've been in a game if they get the supply. And what we've got to do now, we've got to work really hard to stop them giving them supply from again, it's that closing half spaces. It's when to um, literally press as a team. What I've seen so far this season is we've had individuals press rather than what we did the season before, is where we go on a press as a team. And like I say, it's been a bit strange to watch this season. I think Eddie's got it half right, but he hasn't got it fully right. So yeah, like I say, if they go man for man, possession wise, that it's going to be a tough day for the centre halves.
Yeah, I agree with Foxy. The media in Brazil, they are as man. In Argentina, even they insult players on live television. So they're tough. So not much pleases them. Argentina right now flying on clouds, obviously, because they won everything. But in Messi masterclass the other day, man, my goodness. But yeah, I mean Bruno to please the Brazilians is going to be a tough one. But I do think he's got decent games. So um, we shall wait and see. But Foxy also did say though, nonsense from Longstaff. He's been given the benefit of the doubt because he's a local lad. Well,
Yeah,
it depends on how you look at it because he's been criticized heavily, even a little bit crossing the line from Newcastle fans, and but maybe Eddie's giving him the benefit of the doubt. He's the one that puts him on the pitch. Is that because he's a local lad? Don't know, but
it's
something
got
he was. There's a
it's
reason
got
why he
nothing to
was.
do with being a local lad. It's to do with where he plays in the half spaces. Hence, he always gets shots off at goal. Doesn't always score them, but he gets shots off at goal. And that's what I said. You've got to look at the positive rather than the constant negative. What other player does that in the midfield? We don't see it, and that's what I'm saying. You know, they all have a different mentality when approaching a game. They'll all apply themselves with a certain vision of what Eddie wants and what Eddie set up in a tactic. But when we're in possession, they will also have the mindset to go and play with a bit of freedom. And that's what I said. You know, for me, we've been a little bit negative going forward from the 3 stars in midfield because we don't want to overcommit. Now, again, we're reliant on players then up front, and we've said, like, you know, I've seen in the comments already that you've got Gordon running around like a headless chicken. We've got, you know, Murphy, who obviously isn't everybody's highlight. He's not a favourite to a lot because he gives the ball away, and yes, he does. But you're reliant on one player or maybe 2 players then to get your goals. This season so far, we've been reliant on Harvey Barnes, and that's why everybody's questioning why Harvey Barnes has not been included in this team.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going for, you know, he's going for to try and get the ball in and behind, and for us to run into the space. So I do think that the certain individuals do get a lot of flack, more than others, and you've got to also understand is when you go out socialising, it doesn't matter where you go. When you're a local boy, you're always going to be, you know, you're always going to be with somebody pointing a finger saying you've not had a great game. And I think that's what he was alluding to. So I do think he's under a lot more pressure than what the lads coming in from the outside are.
All right. Kenny asking no mente. Welcome back, Mr. Kenny. You haven't been on. I'm gonna get on to you. We certainly miss you. No mente at all. He's not playing. So the manager is making a bold move. Brighton's manager to not putting him on. Beer Viking. Harvey Barnes is so good. They should change his name to Harvard Barnes. There you go. I agree with that, man. I'm actually gonna if you put up a petition, I will sign for it. I'm telling you. So 6 minutes. Sorry, 6 games. 6 minutes before we kick off, ladies and gents. Hit the like button, please. As the beloved Betsy right there. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. It's free, and it lets you find more videos like these quicker. Thank you for all your kind support. And my man, Random Access, giving us a kind super chat with a hippo running, not full nonstop. Thank you so much, Random Access. It means a lot to us, mate. Appreciate that. So thank you so much for that. Hit the like button, folks, because 26% of you, 26% of you says I forgot to hit the like. You cannot forget, man. As soon as you get to this video, hit that like button. Help us reach Newcastle United fans. Come on, hit the likes. Hit the likes. We only got 46 likes, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's hit the like button. And we should have no ads. Let me know how the ads are working. I haven't seen Jordy Tune for Life in a while, by the way, too.
He's just texted me. Thanks, Lee. I've got your message, mate, but I have got my old one back, so I'm going to try that for now. If I'm struggling, buddy,
Okay,
I'll try this one.
Yeah, no, new let me see. There we go. Maybe let me know if we've had issues with ads and stuff like that. I've tried to turn. You got to turn them off every time. So let me know. There's a lot of games in the Premier League, though. Ipswich, Everton, Southampton, Leicester. You got Fulham, Aston Villa as well. But of course, we're going to be worried and concerned about Newcastle United versus Brighton. But everybody else is certainly, probably keeping an eye on those games. It'll be interesting what happens with Fulham, Aston Villa. Both teams are somewhat. We definitely got to keep an eye on because. Which one would you rather have? You got Fulham winning or Aston Villa? Because they're both right there.
Like I said, for me, that it screams a draw. But I think Aston Villa under Unai Emery at the moment have got that depth in the squad that, and it's that time of year where the European games don't affect you so much. So he can make some changes. He's got some really good quality on the bench. I think probably Villa will win that one because they just seem to be playing really well, and they even the lads that have come in at the start of the season seem to have just walked into the team and understand the way Aston Villa set up. So it seems as though Unai Emery's had a smooth transition so far But let's see what happens come December when obviously the games come thick and fast.
Yep. All right. So the players are coming onto the pitch. Shout out to Ronald Turnbull. There you go. Hit the like button, Ronald. We went to another commercial. That's one thing about American television. We'll get a commercial, ads a commercial in as many times as they can. They're going to squeeze it in. So, how are the lads, man? We need those 3 points, of course. Let me just remind you the lineups. Well, you see them on your screen right now for both teams. For Newcastle United, Pope, Cher, Joelinton, Tonali, Gordon, Isak, Hole, Livramento, Murphy, Byrne, and Bruno, captain for this team. And so we shall wait and see what happens. I mean, you know, we should. This is a very defensive Brighton, so we should be able to get it, to get the 3 points. I don't know. It's going to be tough. You never know until the players get onto the pitch. Hopefully we don't miss Harvey Barnes, but I won't hold my breath because we might. But anyways.
You know, it's interesting, you know, because like I just want to put out that Foxy's just put in the screen that like he's saying about Dan Burn hasn't had any flack this season because obviously he's been playing in his natural position rather than left back. But I'm just going to, you can't make a comparison between Burn and Longstaff because the position on which each player plays is totally different. Where Burn has got literally one job to do, and that's obviously to close down the front players, to run with players. Longstaff's got a little bit more of a different job to do. You know, he's not only got to do the defensive work, he's got to do the attacking work. He's got to play in the half spaces. He's got to continue progressive play. There's so much more to a midfielder, and that's what I said. When you get found out in midfield, it's totally different. Yes, ability comes into it, and don't get me wrong, but like I say, it's also the mindset. I don't think Longstaff is this level. I'm not saying, you know, I don't think he is, but I also think he gets a lot more flack than he deserves sometimes because, like I say, his role is much more important to the club when he comes on to play. Because, like I say, when I was saying about Tonali not having a great game and he was subbed by Longstaff, as much as Longstaff didn't come on and rip up any trees, he got into the spaces where he got a shot off. Yes, it was off target, but he was still in them half spaces doing the job that Tonali wasn't doing. And that's what I said. Sometimes you have just got to give these lads a little bit of respect and try and see the positive part of their role rather than the negative constantly.
Anyways, people are lining up right now. The players are lining up. Are you guys are you in the center circle?
Yeah, just my stream had just gone off, but they are all going into the huddle now. You're probably just in front of me, Chris.
Yeah, I'll pause the 30 seconds. Let me know. Everybody's taking a kneel right now.
Like I say, I do realise I'm going to have lots of trouble with this one today, so you're probably going to have to bear with me a little bit, matey.
Yeah. Well, we are set to go right now, ladies and gentlemen. Newcastle United versus Brighton at St. James's Park. Brighton playing with a yellow kit, full yellow kit.
That's an interesting fact from Beer. Eddie Howe has won more games against Brighton in his career than any other team.
Ah,
didn't know that.
Didn't know that either. Did not know that. Hit the like button, folks. Help us out. Yes, there is a throw-in. Joelinton now directing the midfield, so to speak. Let me know when you've kicked off. And now Brighton back with the one and only Verbruggen, who's going to hoof it all the way to the midfield. Murphy. Fabian Scher. Back to Murphy. Murphy alone. Murphy all by his lonesome. A throw in for Newcastle United. Tino Livramento is going to execute that one.
I just hope Peter Banks isn't going to spoil it, if I'm honest, because he is card happy. It is a physical game. I do think sometimes these referees do like to see their faces on TV too much.
Yeah, that's true. Anthony Gordon now on the left side, 101. Gets by the cross. Nobody home. Murphy was trying to get to it. Well done defensively right there by Julio. Murphy with the pass back to Livramento. Nicely deflected though right there by Ayari. And it's not going to be, no, it looks like it's going to be a goal kick for Newcastle United. A good pass right there going on the byline by Murphy. That was a good pass, but well done right there. We got to keep doing it. Keep pushing, keep pressing. We're looking at Eddie Howe. Nice jacket right there, Eddie. Everybody going for it.
What time are you on, mate?
I'm on. You just kicked off.
No, I'm just coming up to 2 minutes.
Okay, good.
No, 2 minutes.
I'm gonna pause. 2:35 to 2:33. Sorry.
Oh, crikey, you're 30 seconds in front of me. Wow.
Yeah, let me know. 2:33.
Okay, I'm still at 2:15, so it's going to be a few seconds yet, my friend. Apologies. I was just thinking when I was watching something and you were commentating, I'm like, I'm not seeing any of that. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, I can't refresh this one, else I'll lose it, you see, so I have to be careful.
I got it all down. We're synced up. We're on the left side of things with Gordon and now Bruno. Battle right there. That's going to be a foul, though. That's got to be a foul by Bruno Guimaraes in the midfield. The Brazilian star from the favelas to the world against Baliba. Baliba's a big boy, man. Welbeck. Brighton now with the ball. Back with Kadioglu. Kadioglu with Hinshelwood. And now, well, the ball goes back to Welbeck. Hinshelwood. Well done right there by Livramento. Nicely done. Now Sandro Tonali on the break. Tonali's going to have to give it to Livramento. Now Livramento 101. There we go, Livramento. Tino passing it back. Nobody home. Nobody there. Man, oh, man. Back the ball, though, goes back to J7. J7, the pass to Gordon. Gordon's going to cross it with his left. Poor cross right there. Poor pass. And Brighton feeling the pressure. That's going to be a foul right there by Isak. Isak is going to get angry with the referee.
Doing everything right, apart from the end product.
Yeah.
He was waiting for that, wasn't he, from Isak? Just stuck his bottom out to him and got a tap, and away you go.
9 times out of 10, that's going to be an offensive foul, though.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I said. As soon as you touch him in their defensive third, you're going to get foul.
That's true. All right. Mr.
It's a good start.
Verbruggen. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Welbeck now, but the ball goes back to Livramento. Pope is going to have to hoof it. Right back to the midfield. Right back to the center section of the pitch. Isak battling. Well, Dunk gets the ball back and now hoofs it to nobody.
Yep.
And that's going to be a goal kick for Newcastle United.
Yeah,
4 minutes underway. What do you think?
That's the difference between Dunk and Shaw. Dunk hasn't quite got that ability to ping a ball 30, 40 yards.
That is a fact, man. That is a fact.
But what the difference is between Shaw and Dunk is Dunk can header a ball. I always feel that Shaw will be really important in the air today against Welbeck, if that's who they're going to be sat up against. And as you've just seen, Welbeck easily got the flick on. Fabian shared in the air. He's just not there, to be fair.
Well, Pope with the goal kick. Isak can't get to it. Kadioglu now fighting on the left side with Murphy. Has to pass it back. Igor Julio's about to lose it with Isak. Well done, though, Isak right there. Murphy. And deflected by Julio.
Okay.
A throw in for...
I didn't understand what Julio was doing there, because he'd done well. He got the ball, he retired, and then he tried to come back and do it all again. And it was like, Just play it safe. But that,
Exactly.
at the end of the day, he had the confidence to try and have another go.
Fabian Scher now. Burn. Lewis Hall on the left side. Back to Gordon. Gordon's gonna have to catching the ball a little bit low, in my opinion, because he's gonna have to get all the way up. Now Lewis Hall, well done. Lewis Hall, that's got to be
Go
a
on,
foul
Lewis.
right there. The referee. Oh, a handball. That's a
Lewis.
handball. That's a handball. What are you talking about?
That is crazy, man.
That's a handball. No.
I was looking for the foul, actually. I was looking for the foul before the
That
ball
is a
rolled against his
handball.
chest.
He didn't blow the whistle. Okay, say
Oh,
it's not a
he
foul.
actually tripped
Perfect.
over. Yeah.
But he didn't call for a foul. He didn't go.
Oh, that's handball, man.
That is handball all day. Oh my God! What the hell, man?
That is handball all day. The only thing I can think of there is
VAR's looking at it. VAR's looking at it.
that's handball, man.
He holds
That
the
is
ball.
handball all day.
He keeps the ball away from the defender. That cannot be an intentional thing.
Well, VAR over.
No, VAR is gonna let it go. Play on, says the referee in VAR. Wow. Well, I guess they're saying that there's nothing he could do other than fall on top of the ball. But man, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. That I've never. If I'm honest with you, when you roll on the ball with your chest, yes, your automatic response is to put your hands to the floor to protect yourself. But
he
it
gave
did
a
look
little-
like he was cupping the ball with his arms.
Exactly, man. Unbelievable. Well, anyways, Kadioglu back with Ferguson, and now Tonali, well done right there. Very active Tonali so far. And look at that, Julio and Tonali fighting with each other right there in the midfield. Tonali not backing away from Julio, who is a big boy.
Yeah, Tonali looks in the mood today.
Yep. Isherwood with the ball, and well, just in time right there for Ruda. Kadioglu, back to Julio. And now Kadioglu, 24 for Brighton. The ball goes to Dunk, and be careful, Gordon.
Go on.
Stealing the ball. The ball goes to Isak. He can't get through. Well done by Kadioglu. Man, that was a good ball right there by Bruno Guimaraes. Just couldn't get through. And there's a man down. Jockey, play on, says the referee. The ball goes to Lewis Hall on the left side.
Go on.
Lewis Hall.
Now commit into the box. Come on, guys.
Bruno stripped the ball away, though, by... Well done by
so
Brighton.
poor.
And now Danny Welbeck going to break. Fouled right there by Dan Burn. And Dan Burn has got one task. That's a yellow card already, man. That is not good right there.
That's not
already
good.
A yellow card.
Told you, didn't I? That's Peter Barnes all over. He loves to. He'd rather just let the game go. I mean, he was holding him back a little bit there, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, you can tell Burns' task is to not let Welbeck get any space.
He's under a bit of pressure now, though, mate.
Yeah, as a center back. Mansell says referee is an absolute joke. Yeah, yellow card for Dan Burn, ladies and gents, and that's going to be. We will have to see if Brighton tries to exploit that. Or Welbeck. All right, so.
Don't believe that for a second. I was just looking at that penalty decision again, and it looks so blatant to me. That was very crafty of the player.
It almost feels like it's like when they blow the whistle, and he's trying to hold the ball, grab the ball with his hands, and he stops himself. Really, that's what it feels like to me. But there we go. We got Tino Livramento on the right, though, on the run. Livramento. He's gonna give it to Murphy. Murphy back inside to Tonali. Tonali to Isak, and man, that flick just a little bit not accurate. And a throw in for
where Dan Burn is. He's the one pressing up in the top corner. That's what I said. He's totally different, isn't it?
There we go. Fabian Scher. Livramento, Murphy. And Murphy passing it inside to Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno
done,
back to
Tonali.
Tonali on the
Great
right
run.
side. Tonali with the cross. Nobody home. The ball goes back to Newcastle, though. Fabian Scher playing back with Dan Burn. A yellow card at Dan Burn. And Lewis Hall. And the ball is all for Newcastle United. The control is Newcastle United. Oh, look at Gordon with a nice run. Gordon
Well
with the
done,
pass
Gordon.
back to Isak.
Come on.
Oh, man.
Oh,
It
Jesus.
hit Murphy. Oh, he hit Murphy. Damn it.
Hit his own player.
What a luck right there, man.
Gordon did excellent there, to be fair. I mean,
Gordon, amazing run by
yeah,
amazing
Murphy
run
was
by
just
Murphy.
coming to the front, the front post. Ah,
And Murphy is smiling then because he's like, what are the chances? And Foxy imitating me right there says Dan Burn now has to be careful.
yeah.
Be careful, ladies and gentlemen. But what a play right there on the left side, though, folks. Let me know your opinion. Good play, and of course, with the left foot, Isak getting off that shot, very accurate, very strong, and very good, very good. We're still gonna get it. Ooh, be careful,
Ooh.
be careful, Mr.
Well done.
Verbruggen.
Great pressing.
Great pressing right there. Gordon is playing very, very good. He's been naughty right now.
Beer
So far.
Viking. Have you seen what Beer Viking's put? I take it back. Dan Murphy does do good defensive work.
Come on, man.
Love
Stick
it,
to your
Bear. Love it.
convictions. Murphy, though, very been active. Look at that. Murphy getting through. Murphy getting another. Ooh, getting through Jacob Murphy.
Run into traffic, though, didn't he?
Interesting. Oh, that's going to be a tactical foul, though. Well done.
Oh, referee, come on.
And look at that. Tonali, very much a boss in the midfield, not letting anything get past him. Just the small things that count. And Tonali's been not letting them play the ball quick. Not, very. Look at that, Livramento. Livramento
Well
now
done,
is going to
Tino.
have to.
Come on, you got an
Tino's
overload.
been
Go on,
very
use
good,
it.
Tino. Tino's going to have to play back with Murphy. Now Murphy back to regroup with Fabian Scher. And then Dan Burn with the ball now. And it goes to Lewis Hall. Back to Burn. Newcastle United taking their time to regroup. What a nice long pass right there to Tonali. And
Go on, Tonali.
Ooh, Tonali. They're calling for a handball right there, though, the fans at least.
Yeah.
We'll have to look at it. Nothing by the referee. Not a good pass right there by Dan Burn. And now Brighton with the ball. Danny Welbeck. Ayari. Back to Welbeck. The veteran of many wars. Danny Welbeck. And Newcastle United with 14 minutes underway now. Back with the football. And, Newcastle very much in control of this game, Gary.
Yeah, as predicted, with the 4-4-2, a fluid 4-4-2, because as you can see now, it goes into a 4-3-3 when they're on the press. But when we've got the ball and we played it around, they've got this mentality to put all players in their own half just to try and spoil it and quieten the crowd down a little bit. So it's we've had a couple of half chances. That's a good looking ball. Oh, that's a looker. But I mean, it could be. It could, we need to start getting the balls, the shots off at goal now. We've got them under pressure, but at this present moment in time, the goalkeeper hasn't been tested. Oh, well done again. That closing down.
Yeah.
Well done.
A good one right there. A throw in for Newcastle. Alexander Isak going to play with Tonali, and Tonali right to Murphy. Newcastle playing on the right side, back to Livramento. Livramento's going to play inside with Dan Burn, 33. And now with 20 Hall. And now with number 10, Anthony Gordon. Oh, no, that's Joe Linton. I got the sun right there. Yeah, Joe Linton. Oh, Isak. Oh, no, Isak.
Isak.
Oh, there was
a lucky
bounce. A lucky bounce. He wasn't expecting it. And a throw in for Newcastle United. Man, bloody hell, man. He could have. He wasn't expecting it, and when he saw it, he just tried to shoot, but just kicked the air.
Yeah.
And we're looking at Joe Linton very much on the left side, almost like a winger at this moment in time. Certainly the formation changes and shifts as we play the game. Murphy with the throw into Isak, but very well defended by Mr. Igor Julio. And Newcastle United knocking on the door.
Yep, we certainly are.
Corner kick, and Mr. Lewis Hall will be in charge of that one. Lewis Hall to take care of this corner kick. Let me see. Murphy with the left-footed shot from deep, but not really.
Didn't really connect, did he?
Didn't really connect. No, Livramento now to think it through all the way to the left side to Gordon, but oh, look at that. The ball is going back to Gordon, though. Gordon's getting it. Gordon to Joelinton. Joelinton back to Gordon, and Gordon is going to, look at Gordon with the shot. And now Bruno Guimaraes trying to pull off the shot from deep. Bruno, nicely blocked. Livramento.
That's up.
Murphy. He's going to have to think. Can he do that? Livramento. Passing it back to Fabian Scher. And now Newcastle United regrouping once again. If the pass is not clear moving forward, they're going to pass it back and take their time. Livramento. Not a good pass right
come
there.
on, Tino.
I thought Tonali was going to get there, but the ball goes back to
Look
Newcastle
how deep
United.
Brighton are.
Yeah. Very defensive, Brighton. Gordon with the cross. And, corner kick, ladies and gentlemen. Verbruggen not taking any chances, but certainly.
I have no idea what he was doing there because that didn't look like it was anywhere near the goal
Exactly.
for Verbruggen to try that one.
Yeah. Getting a lot from this right-hand side, says AG. That's right.
Yeah. It's just that final ball, isn't it? We get some beautiful half spaces, and then instead of looking up and playing the ball to a black and white shirt, they're just playing the blind ball, hoping somebody's going to get on the end of it. And that, like I say, I'd rather see a little bit better.
Isak, there's a collision right there, and the ball goes back to Newcastle United.
Yep.
It's very good what we're seeing, but I will admit, it almost feels like Brighton are not interested in having the ball. It's too hot right now to have it. It's like a hot potato, man. Oh, Bruno with the cross. Somewhat accurate back to Fabian Scher.
What?
Burn. And Dunk is going to hoof it out of the danger zone. Back to Newcastle's
Clear your lines.
Bench.
Mad Dog there in goal. He's perfect to the dugout.
Yeah. Almost 19 minutes underway. Nothing but domination from Newcastle United at this point. But football cares nothing about domination, and it only cares about goals scored. Can we do that? Is the big question. Lewis Hall right there on the left side. Back with Dan Burn. And now back with Fabian Scher. How's it going, Carlos? NUFC, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hit the like button, mate. Scher. Gonna have to play with Lewis Hall. Back to Burn. Fabian Scher, nicely done right there, Scher. Taking Ferguson for a ride. Playing with two big giants up front. I don't know if that's really a smart move by Brighton. But there we go. The ball goes back to Gordon. Oh, man, nicely done, though, Verbruggen. Sweeping and keeping. The throwing by Joelinton. Oh, another throw-in, says the referee. Oh, 2 balls on the pitch. There you go. All right. So now we're playing on the left side. Back to J7. Hall passes it to Burn. And now Fabian Scher. Murphy playing in the middle to Isak. And now the ball back to Isak after a bad pass. And now Tonali wanted to give a quick pass inside.
That's unlucky.
That wasn't not good enough.
Yeah, the deflection just took it to the keeper. It was unlucky. Well, it's lovely to see that we are actually committing bodies into the box, mate. To be, and that's where all the half chances are. It's going to be very difficult to break these guys down. But once the goal goes in, it will open up the game. That's all
No,
it needs now. It just needs a goal.
that's a poor pass right there by Byrne. I don't know what the hell he's trying to do there, but Berbergen hoofs it. Livramento. But it's like every 50-50 ball, we win it.
Yeah.
So Brighton has no chance of scoring anything today so far. Appreciate it, Carlos. As I'm having a Yorkshire tea listening to the commentary. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Enjoy your tea. Now Isak, the ball stolen though. Hinshelwood now with the ball. Back to Baliva. Yeah, Brighton just, oh, look at that. Somebody fell right there next to J7. But not scared of Brighton's tactics. I think they have benefited us. And to be honest, this goes for Eddie. I care about the most, really. You know, this is what happens when you change your tactics after playing a certain way. The players don't know how to do it. They don't have enough time to learn it that quick. And if players are playing a certain way, now you're asking them to be defensive. I don't think it works that way. Gordon now on the left side of things with the overlap. Lewis Hall. Oh, look at that. Gordon to Hall. And now Hall with the control. Back to Joe Linton out up front. Back to Hall now. Hall's going to have to pass it to Gordon. And Gordon's going to have to think. Give it to Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno from very deep playing the football. Bruno carrying the ball. Well, that's a foul right there, though. And a dangerous one. Bruno's calling for a yellow card. His boot, not like Bruno. Bruno taking his boot off like
He just
Welbeck,
kick his boots off there to make a protest.
like Welbeck did.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. We're gonna see. And Bruno definitely bringing that South American shithousery
Love that.
into the
Let me
game.
step my shoe off.
Yeah, because you know that's what happened with Welbeck and Byrne earlier on. Top man, there you go. Interesting. Let us know your opinions in the chat as well. We can read them out loud. As we're looking at Anthony Gordon, Fabian Scher, and Lewis Hall. Well, Gordon is walking off now. Yeah, I think it's going to be Fabian Scher, to be honest. Oh, no, it might be Lewis Hall.
Same.
From that,
I don't think it's going to be a
angle,
direct. If you're going to go for a direct, you're going to have to ask Cher, aren't you?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he can hit ball, and it's wrong-footed. It's the wrong side of the half for a right footer, so he's going to try and take this in from outside of the post, the near post, if he's going to have a direct shot on goal.
It is going to be Fabian Scher. That was
Rubbish.
poor.
That was
Rubbish execution right there.
Yeah, that's because you had far too much time to think about it.
Yeah, it is in between. He didn't want to shoot or cross. He was confused on that one. But there you go.
Yeah, see, I agree with you, Kenny. I thought Tonali was a bit more of the free kick person, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
when
but I
Trippier's
do.
not on the
I think that
I've
way
not seen
too.
him take one yet.
Yeah, to me, he's the next Andrea Pirlo, and you know how Pirlo used to execute.
Yeah,
those.
absolutely.
So, Joe Linton playing.
I do
very
love the movement
left-sided.
in this team now at the minute.
Yeah, very left-sided
So
Joe Linton
fluid.
at times. We'll see though. Fabian Scher, the ball too long, too strong,
Oh,
too
Jesus,
potent.
Fab.
He just punted it out there though.
Yeah.
And he's he knows he's not performing those certain passes. He had one though, a good one to Tonali, but he hasn't been accurate so far. Yeah, very bad free kick, Bierweigen. Oh, look at that though. The ball goes back to Newcastle United thanks to Tonali, Joe Linton, Gordon. Gordon's gonna give it all the way to the left side, and there's a foul right there. Gordon, there's a man down. Don't know what happened. As soon as he kicked the ball, something happened. Let's take a look at it. Yeah. That was a sleeper, man.
Yeah, it
Right
was
into
that.
the thigh.
Just took his standing leg.
Certainly a foul right there by Captain Dunk. And Bruno Guimaraes is going to execute this one. He's going to have to pass it back, though. These are, I hate
Come on,
these.
give him some width, lads. You see, this is what drives me insane. You've got all this width on the right-hand side here with Murphy and Tino both standing inside left position.
Yeah.
Split the defence up a little bit.
Oh, be careful right there. Well done right there, though, by Verbruggen. But I hate these free kicks, really centered. Really not much you can do other than pass it.
I'd like to see who our free kick expert is at the training ground, to be fair, because
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything.
We're not even corner kicks, to be honest.
Nope.
When we do corner kicks and do those short corner kicks, I hate those, man, with a passion. But look at that. Be careful. Be careful,
Well
Mr.
done, Hall.
Jorginho Ruta.
Superb.
Well done, though, by J7. That was his man. Following all the way down to our side of the pitch. Mr. Jorginho was trying to do a little flickery.
Didn't dive in.
Done.
Did really well.
Well done by Lewis Hall and J7 there in the play, but definitely Lewis Hall. So the ball goes to Tonali now on the right side of things. Tonali very active on the pitch today with the throw-in right there to Murphy. And that's a throw-in from deep. Bruno Guimaraes. Nicely done right there. Jogo bonito.
Well done, Bruno.
By Bruno Guimaraes. With the long pass to Isak. Oh, man.
Oh, Isak.
Just couldn't get to it.
I think the flag was up anyway, mate, to be fair.
That could have been. Well done right there. Any play to Brighton, any good performance, any good good pass to nobody. So that benefits us tremendously. That's why I say the style of play for Brighton today certainly done us right.
Oh, you was going down before he even got to you. Come on,
There's
referee.
Gonna be a foul right there. Yep. So the referee.
He was going down well before he was even anywhere near him. Watch. Tonali's well up for this game.
Oh yeah, tonight has been really on point. And Ken is right though. He does take Italy's free kicks. So
this is where they're going to be strong though.
The aerial game, yep. Because of those two towers up front, their center backs. It's a lot of people to keep a hold of. So Joe Linton is going to be busy with one of them. Burn, all those big guys. Even Isak, he's not the strongest, but he's going to have to put up in size with those guys. As Mr. Ayari puts it up in the box. Nothing though. Well defended. The ball goes back to Brighton though. Veltman back with Baliba. Baliba trying to pass it through. Well done right there by J7. And now Newcastle United on the break. Alexander Isak to Murphy on the right side.
Well done.
Murphy against Kadioglu.
Come on, Tonali's there. Tonali's there. Give it to him. Give it to him.
1-1.
Jesus.
Murphy's going to cross it to nobody there. At least he gets a corner.
Give it to Tonali in the space, man. That's what he's running for. We've been asking for these runs, and you don't get the ball. Come on.
So looking at the replay right there.
Look at the space he's running into there.
Yeah. That would have been a better cross.
Jesus Christ.
And Livramento is going to have a word with him.
I think Tonali's having a word with him after doing all them runs. I mean, this is what I said. If you don't get the supply, you've got no chance of breaking the attack. So, breaking the defence as an attacker. You do the selfish runs, but you expect the ball.
Well, the referee is going to have a word with Joe Linton and Baliba. Corner kick for Newcastle United. Anthony Gordon set to execute this one. Everybody for Brighton. Dan Burn almost gets to it. If he was just a little bit taller. He's already tall enough. Burn and Joe Linton. Let's take a look at it again. Nice cross right there. Oh.
It was J7.
It was J7 with he got it, but after that, he was too much traffic though in there. Well, no, he could have. Yeah, he could have.
Yeah, he could have stuck it in the near post
Oh,
there. To
he
be
could
fair,
have, man. It was so close though. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Newcastle United approaching. We have to be able to finish the game though, because it doesn't right now. Nothing matters. Even though we're playing better, much better than Brighton, it's still 0-0, and they can score the ball on any certain play, and it's still 3 points. So.
now if you were to not look at the goal score, you know the at the minute 0-0. If it was a boxing match, I think the referee would have stopped it already.
Yeah.
With that dominant, it's unreal.
Beer Viking. We are 31 minutes, and Murphy has lost the possession
here we
9
go.
times. 9 times. He's been counting. He's had it. He's been counting. He's been counting. And keeping a close eye on it. Let me tell you something. Beer Viking definitely does man-to-man on Murphy every game. It's J7 and Joe Linton, J7 and Lewis Hall. Sorry. It looks dominant, but we haven't
67%
challenged
possession
Berbergen.
so far.
Well, that is true though. Berbergen has not saved Brighton whatsoever. So again,
No.
we struggled with that last pass. We did it against Everton the same way. Oh, what a pass right there! And Isak, what a one! Oh no, blocked.
Just as we say,
what a pass right there!
Jesus,
what a pass out of nowhere!
That was quality.
Man, and Isak didn't finish his dinner on that one. I will have to admit. Yeah, he shot. Man, he usually does though.
I think he just needs. That's what I said. This is about game sharpness, isn't it?
Yeah. Fucking hell,
And again, he's not playing with much confidence. He hasn't scored that many goals this season, to be fair.
No, I don't even know. He scored once.
One, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's not bueno. Not bueno. But anyways, Burn now with Lewis Hall, and man, that was one opportunity right there. Another ball.
That's a great ball.
Oh man, Lewis
Oh,
Hall, Joe
unlucky.
Linton. Joe with the cross, nobody home though.
Come on, seconds, Murphy.
Murphy's gonna have to pass it back. Fabian Scher looking for an option. He's gonna have to give it to Murphy. Murphy. Oh, Murphy!
You see, now this is what I said about mentality, right? Now remember the last time Tonali was in that space and Tonali's getting him a bollocking for not passing the ball. Tonali's not in space, but Murphy still got that in his mind and he's passed in the ball into that space, which he was never going to get. It's stupid.
And you know, you got to know your strengths, man. Stop trying to be, you are who you are.
Yeah.
Stick to your strengths, man. That pass made zero sense. I mean, fucking hell, man.
But that's because of the mindset, mate. That's what I said. That's why I keep saying to you, there's a lot of players that can play, but just haven't got the mental ability to do it.
Danny Welbeck. Danny what? Fuck!
What the
fuck? Fuck off, man!
What the fuck is that, man? That is absolutely fucking shocking.
You fucking idiots, man.
How the fuck has that happened?
What did I say, man? What did I say? All that dominating bullshit works for nothing because it's still 0-0. Fucking hell, man. It's fucking unbelievable.
That just switching off. That's what I said. Having all that fucking pressure and then all of a sudden on a little break and bang. One free kick over the fucking top, look.
How did he get? He gets to.
Not one ball, not one person on him. 3 players back.
Fucking Livermentos. Livermentos is not. Where's Burn? Where's Burn?
Burn in the middle of the fucking park.
That's supposed to be his man. He's not going to be. Hall and Livermento are not going to be Welbeck on strength. Never.
I'm sorry, mate. This is why I said if you look at Charles' position there, right, giving him so much space to take the ball down and play square, and then running behind him. I'm sorry, that's nobody's fault apart from Shares, because he should have been up there challenging for the ball. That ball can't travel 70 yards, and the player's got time to chest it and fucking pass it square. That's absolutely shocking.
Both center backs bullshitting around, man. Fucking idiots, man. I swear to God, man. It's unbelievable, man. I said it. All that dominating, whatever, and Beer Viking said it. We didn't
Another one
challenge
he's fucking
Birmingham
lost.
once. All that dominating means nothing because the score's 0-0, and Brighton can score at any point given time. And their game plan is working 100%. Ours is shit. As much as we've been playing better. Fucking hell, man. That shit pisses me off more than anything.
You certainly couldn't make it up. Come on.
That's got to be a foul right there, but
Go on.
now back to
Great
Gordon on the
ball,
left
that is.
side. Gordon.
Come on, lads.
Gordon now stripped away. And watch us crumble now.
Oh, keep your hands up, Paul. Come on. You're going to get that all the time from these fuckers.
Yeah.
Come on.
A yellow card. How's that a yellow card?
Oh, you get out of it, man.
How is that a yellow card, man? Unless he insulted him. That's
It's not.
never
It's
a
just because
yellow
he
card.
protested. Yeah, he's protested, look.
Well, he threw his hands. All right, whatever. Yeah, well.
Yeah, but that's what I said. This is this fucking Peter Barnes all over. He loves to get himself involved in the game, and you know, it's just no need for it. 2 of the back 4 on yellow cards now.
Man, I don't even know what to say,
I
man.
can't believe it, man. I see it. I just can't be. Well, I mean, you're right, Beard. It is the reaction now. Yeah, come on. Where's the yellow card there, then, you fucker?
Exactly.
That's what I said. It just drives me insane for the inconsistencies.
Man, we have these. I'm tired of us. We did it the same thing with Everton, supposedly dominating. We didn't challenge the goalkeeper once. Today, the same thing. Fucking hell, man! It's unbelievable.
Yep, we've just got to deal with the disappointment and see what the reaction is. You're absolutely right, Beer. The reaction now has got to be, like I say, up 5%. And if everybody does it, we've got a chance.
It's not even. You know what? They can score whatever, but they score so fucking easy, man. Like
That's what I'm saying.
Our center backs on vacation somewhere in the midfield. And Fox is saying the most simple 1-2 breaks us down.
Yeah, the give and go. And yet nobody fucking complains. And that's what drives me insane. I've said from day one, Shaw is absolutely shit in the air. And again, he gives too much space to all of the fucking forward line. We had it the other week where he was a yard off in our own penalty box. And yet all they want to do is criticise Murphy up the field where it doesn't fucking matter. Drives me insane.
Yeah, and you know, every game, look at it, every game we fall behind. I mean, I'm sure it's not every game, but most games we fall behind. If not every game, take a look at it. I don't know. But you know, you can't do that. You cannot do that. You want to be the comeback kings. That is not that is not a thing. You will lose most games than that.
The 2 centre halves have got one job to do, and that's close the space, stop them fucking controlling upfield. And if you can't do that, then you shouldn't be in the side. Everybody else on the park has got multiple jobs to do.
You put Lewis Hall, a small guy, in a bad predicament playing against Welbeck. He's not going to be able to defend. He's not going to be able to. He's not strong. It's not the same. That's why there was Burns' man, and he was bullshitting around up front, man. Anyways, well, there's a lot of time left, of course. Gordon, we'll see what happens here. Gordon on the left side. Gordon's going to have to cross it back to Isak. Isak back to Gordon. Gordon with the shot. Well blocked.
Oh, you fucker.
The first block for Verbruggen this game so far. And that's another thing, by the way, because watching this team, you forget about that it's legal to shoot from anywhere. You know, we don't do that. We trying to pass the ball and give it to the center forward right in front of goal. How about these players shoot? And that's what Harvey Barnes does, by the way. So I'm just saying.
Another yard.
Yeah, that's a good shot, though.
It was. Another yard into the corner, and it was a goal all day. knocking on the door. You've got to start opening it, mate.
Yep. All right. Well, we shall wait and see. I don't think there's going to be any change. Oh, look at that Tonali now.
Tonali's awesome today, I'll tell you now. He has
And
been a real general in the middle of the park.
and he looks a bit pissed off as well, obviously. It looks like everybody else having good efforts, and then we fuck up like that. It's unbelievable. And now the throw-in. Livramento back to Shar, and Shar back to Pope. Lewis holding out on the left side of things. Dan Byrne. Fabian Scher. And now Livramento. Newcastle United looking for an option. And now it looks like Brighton is setting up a little bit higher.
Yeah.
They got what they wanted. There's not really much of play that you're going to get from them. They've got their objective here tonight.
Come on now. Use the overload on that left side.
Back to Gordon. And now Isak. Isak now stripped of the ball. Joe Linton fighting. The ball goes back to Hull. Back to Isak. And Isak with the ball with the bad bounce. Isak now with the ball is going to have to pass it across it. Isak with the cross.
Come on.
And Murphy.
Come on. Oh, Jesus.
What was Murphy doing, man?
Sake.
Is that a jump or what the hell was that?
I seriously, I sometimes look at these queued up on the edge of the box. Why don't you just pass it to the edge of the box?
Well, George Seven was looking for it, certainly.
Yeah. That's what I said. He was clear. Just a quick fucking flick into and he could have just let one go.
Kenny says Tonali's wondering what am I doing here? Well, let me tell you something. We're probably going to have a show on there on Monday because we're going to dig some information. According to some reports, Real Madrid looking at Tonali. And let me tell you something. If they come for him, we are knackered.
Knackered.
We are knackered.
Yeah. Especially if he doesn't see, especially if he doesn't see that we're really looking to become regulars.
Where's Shaw playing now? Where's Shaw playing now?
The ball goes back to Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno is going to have to long pass offside though. That's it.
He's way offside.
We gotta.
Gordon had committed the run, hadn't he?
Yeah. There we go. Vendettas in the chat as well. Over 360 minutes of football and no goal from open play. That is true. When this happened to Bournemouth, they sacked them. Great football is pointless with no end product. There's one take right there. Foxy Murphy has been Brighton's best defender so far. Great how missed the cross on purpose, and so it would go for Brighton's goal kick. Yeah. All right. Man, that shit.
There's a stat for us.
Oh, that is a foul, right? That's got to be a yellow card, man.
That's got to be a yellow card, referee.
The hell. You were saying?
Brighton have taken 25 points off Newcastle in history, and they've only took more points off. And I was trying to remember who the other. There's only one other team that they've took more points off. And I've said from day one, these have been in history our bogey side.
Now be careful now. Brighton on a break. Oh my gosh, man.
Come on, he should have had a call there. He was nobody with him.
That ball literally just creeped all through the box.
West Ham. There you go. Thanks, Serbia.
Look at this right here. The play by Ayari. But that I almost feel like Pope should have gotten that. Should have ran towards it.
I mean, Hall has just got to take. You know, he's got to have a shout there because there was nobody anywhere near him.
Well, a corner kick. It might be Brighton's first corner kick. Ayari. Fabian Shaw. Oh, man. Julio had it.
Oof.
Well, interesting. It'll be halftime at any moment given time now. Yep, the referee blows the whistle. It is halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Newcastle United nil, Brighton 1. What a shocker of shockers right now at St. James's Park. Newcastle United right now ninth with 12 points. Brighton moving up to fourth with 15. If the result stays this way, and I'm more shocked at the defense right now. It's just unbelievable, man, unbelievable.
Yeah, you can't. For me, as a centre half with your two fullbacks tucked in, because that's what the setup was there. Obviously, when they had the ball in their half, they'd got the our two fullbacks tucked into Shaw. There's one target man with one in the half space, so technically there's no overload. But when you've got a ball that's travelling 80 yards, which is what you've just had there, up to your forward man, your target man, when you stand off them and you give them chance to take the ball down on the chest, pass it inside, give and go, and then you're just muscling against, two youngsters. You are the dominant forward. The lads are trying to get goal side. They're not going to ever get goal side. And it's just a simple goal, which should never, ever have happened. When you're playing 3 against 1 during the flight of that ball, Fabian Shaw should have committed his body to get involved into the back of Welbeck. Even if he doesn't get it, you put commitment into the player, and then anything can happen from that second bounce. But when you've got time to control it, pass the ball, and then run in behind, I'm sorry, mate. There's only one person to blame for me, and that's Fabian Shaw. And I've said it for weeks now. It's not the only one. Fabian Shaw is absolutely crap when it comes to one-to-ones because he gives you far too much space.
Well, I thought Dan Burn should have been down there as well, though. I mean, Dan Burn, and according to how we've seen him play, that was Dan Burn's man. You cannot be that far off.
No, well, like I say, Dan Burn obviously was marking the guy who running off him, and when the ball, when you throw the ball forward, you've got to react to it, and that's what I said. It's all about that reaction time. No ball can travel 80 yards without you being closed down. It's I mean, it's worse than Sunday League football. That is, if that even happened to any of the lads that I used to coach, they would have been off now. They would have been literally sat in the dugout because I wouldn't have accepted that. At this level, that is absolutely shambolic defending.
And that's why you got to watch the game because the ones that are going to be on the picture are Livermento and Lewis Hall, but they obviously have to follow a player that's alone.
Yeah.
But that's not their job to do that. It's not their job to keep up with them. So they try to do something. It just by the way, execution as well by Welbeck.
Yeah, typical Welbeck goal. I mean, like I say, that's the experience of the lad. He wasn't, even though he was pressurised by two defenders, he kept his composure and tucked it into the corner.
Yep. It is halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know your opinions. Let us know your takes so far on the game. What a shocker right now at St. James's Park. Thank you to the donations. I think the one was Random Access giving us £5. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate that. And so Benjamin Maven, just wait until Eddie takes Tonali off for long stuff. Oh, don't, man.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Mate, I tell you, it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, man, that would
even though at this present moment in time, I do think Tonali has been one of our better players. I think Anthony Gordon's had a good first half. I think you can all see Isaac's probably, after 3 games miss, he's a little bit on the slow side on the reaction. He had the chance, and unfortunately, he got to give Bruggen a bit of a hand there because he kept himself big and honest. But again, where's the composure in front of goal? Instead of trying to lift it over him, why didn't you just tuck it into the corner? And I think that's the difference between, Isaac at the minute. He's not having the greatest season in front of goal. And like I said, we need to support. And for me, my criticism was we hadn't had enough bodies in the box. The first half, I've seen a different attitude. You have got commitment into the box. Unfortunately, some of the balls have been a little bit wayward. they've been a little bit hesitant to pass the ball into the half spaces, and we saw that with Murphy and Tonali. And then when he did play the ball into the space that wasn't there, Tonali didn't want it. Tonali had just made that run to draw the defender. So Murphy should have then hit the ball into the box. And it's those composed, if you like, the mental composure where you have to choose the right outlets, the right ball that just gets you to that next level. And at this present moment in time, we've got far too many players that don't play the mental game; they play the easy game, and it sometimes it looks absolutely shocking. But we have just got to keep going.
Yeah,
Like I say,
we have
we're
no choice.
behind now. We've knocked on the door. We have got to try and get a goal by hook or by crook. And
Eh,
the one thing that I want to see, if I'm honest with you, I love Tonali. I love Tonali to bits. But on these set pieces where we see Tonali for Italy, why hasn't he got a voice? I never see Tonali speak when he's on the park. I think Tonali needs to start using his voice and start commanding the ball when we've got set pieces in really good positions.
mhm. It looks like Fulham is drawing as well with Aston Villa, so that could benefit us. But Brighton breaking away to fourth place is not good either. So we had to at least try to get a point. At this point, that's sad to say at St James's Park. But I mean, we are playing better, so that can make you. We're playing better to get the goal, but we haven't even. We had one shot from Gordon, so we have to do more, and hopefully we can draw the game. Let's
That
go with
was
some.
their only shot that they've scored off.
Yeah, and
It's shocking, isn't it?
yeah. That's the only one. The only one. So, the Eddie psychophants, if I say it, what is that? Will say, but we played well. No end product is
Sycophants.
unforgivable when $500 million has been spent. Oh, sycophants. Oh, okay.
Sycophants. That's a
Newcastle
fancy word.
should have broken the bank to get Tuchel, but that ship has sailed. Ooh, interesting take right there. Interesting take. The referee assisting the Seagulls by dropping turds in open play. Well, he's certainly been triggered quickly by some of our plays. I mean, the Lewis Hall thing, you got to be able to control, man. Stop throwing them arms because the referees have if they have a quick trigger, they won't like it.
Well,
Simple as that.
certain ones, like I say, Peter Barnes is no talk. I did say he averages 4 cards a game. Now we've already got 2. So let's see. The one thing
Yeah,
I hope is J7 doesn't pick one up.
exactly. Southampton is beating Leicester 2-0, by the way. So interesting. Um, Southampton, bottom of the league as well. So we'll see. Well, Wolves are literally bottom of the league, but you get the point. Mac debates looked like Tino got a touch and it fell for Welbeck. Well, I have to pause it to be able to know that, but
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the replay.
I wonder if they would have attempted a tackle right to the ball. They were right next to him. So if you get the ball, you run the risk of a penalty being called. But if you hit the ball, it should be enough for it not to be. But I mean, we can all say that right now in hindsight. But they are much weaker. Welbeck does well. He's a traditional center forward, so he's strong. He's big. So he with 2 arms just keeps those guys off of him enough to be able to strike. And there you go. So that's basically what happened. But the play leading up to that was the big mistake, in my opinion. Manziel can't wait for Botman to come back. There you go.
Norman.
Beer Biking, if Miggy was playing, it would be up 3. We'd be up 3 and cruising. We would not know that, but I mean, it wouldn't be. But I don't know if we were going to make. By the way, if Almiron comes on and play, he'll be tied with the most games of active players. All time. So interesting. Brent Bond, the chance Isak had, Wilson finishes all day, every day. You can say that. You can certainly say that. But is one chance also. How many times did we put him in that position? Is he going to be 100% of shots scored all the time? That's impossible. Not even Haaland scores 100% of his shots created. So we only gave him 1 like that. Now, if you gave him 3, say, and he didn't score none, then I'm telling you, he's bottling the game. Because that's his bread and butter, though. That's what he needs to do is score. So you can look at it multiple ways, certainly. Beer Bike, and this is without Mitoma and Minte. Oh, but the thing is, we have played. Okay, I don't know if I can say we played better, to be honest, because we haven't shot, but I guess we both executed our game plan.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
they executed their game plan to 100%. We've executed it to 80% probably because they scored.
Yeah, yeah. They've seen what we've been like, obviously, in the past against, a back line that sits low, with nothing in the back. I mean, obviously, they know we've got pace up front, so they've stopped that. They've signalled that as our main attack. So once they block that channel, it's a case of have we then got the mental ability to create something in front of them? And like I said, for me this season, I have seen a total reluctance of anybody willing to shoot. Now, uh, we've got some great shooters in the team. We all know that that if they put their mindset to it, they can all hit the back of the net. Um, I just don't see a lot of them wanting to commit to having the shots. It's like I don't want to be the responsible one to put it over the bar or put it out for a goal kick, whatever. They've got to start taking responsibility. Everybody in the team has a responsibility to create something, even if it's a half chance. And even if it's blocked, because that 50-50 ball then can create an opportunity for somebody else. But at this present moment in time, it's that hesitation. Once you hesitate, that space is gone, the opportunity's gone, and then it's just a mad scramble. And you've seen that far too often this season, especially in this game. We've just got to start being a little bit more aware of when we run into half spaces, the ball has got to be done quick. At this present moment in time, it's that delaying of the ball, the delaying of the pass, the delaying of the shot that's just stopping us going further. Whether that's a tactic that Eddie doesn't want, whether he wants to, we want to be a Man City and walk it into the 6-yard box. We're never going to do it. We're just not set up as a team of that much quality. And you can only work to your strengths. And for me, we've got probably 70% of the team at this present moment in time that can do that. So you have to make up for the other 30%, and that comes from your experienced players.
Peter Dinsey, first time seeing you, mate. Welcome to the channel. Says, for fuck's sake, we are playing Brighton reserves. Yeah, and not so many reserves, but yeah, without Minte and Mitoma, that's a big one. Betsy, my wife says Tonali can't get off the field. That is the end of this game. Well, he's the best midfielder right now. So if he comes off, we're knackered. And the fact that we even entertaining it, we say that because we know how Eddie is, and that is the problem to me. That Eddie can shoot himself on the foot at times, and I just hope that he stops doing that. Because he's been doing his changes in the last few games have not been good to see, man. Good to watch. So I hope he doesn't do anything like that. But you never know, like I said. So Rosie's in the chat. Welcome, Rosie. Glad to see you in the chat again. Benjamin Maven, where's Harvey? If he's our impact sub, he better come on before it's too late. There you go. I agree with that. I mean, I put him on the halftime. But the thing is, though, well, you know what? You probably need somebody like that because you need to break the mold. We need to break their defense. But the thing is, you if you want to do that, you have to put him on the left side. And if Gordon has been playing decent on the left side, so it's all. Look, man, the manager's there to make. He gets paid the big bucks for a reason, so he's gonna have to make a decision. But Murphy on the right, he started good, man. But I'm not. It's a sour taste because some plays he doesn't. It doesn't make sense, man. It just doesn't make sense what he does.
Not at all.
Haven't had a shot on target, says W. There you go. What are people talking about refreshing? Hopefully it's not our stream or anything like that. But Michael NUFC, I don't understand how they can't manage 45 minutes with a break in the middle and not run yourself into the ground. Burn was all over. Yeah, they had one break, man, one single opportunity, and they scored that opportunity. And that's unbelievable. We said in 9th as it stands. There you go. So everybody's having their get the dog out, Chris. I might have to bring the American dog out, man. Actually, and you know what? I'm drinking this this shake, this power. What do you call those powder things? A protein drink.
Protein.
But I had to bring the dog out, man. We're lining up though. We're lining up. So it looks like the fellas are Brighton. Yeah, Brighton are on the tunnel right now.
So according to SofaScore, Chris, they've had 3 shots and 2 keeper saves from their 3 shots. We've had 8 shots and it's come up as no keeper saves. So this is what I said. You can't look at these stats because obviously we all saw Anthony Gordon's shot that was saved half well, you know. But again, like I say, these stats don't give you the true reflection on what you see in the game. Somebody sometimes can always press the button at the wrong time, or obviously don't press the button at all compared to this one. So it's like I say, Anthony Gordon didn't have a shot.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so let me look at this.
So here we go.
All right, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Second half is underway. Brighton just kicked it off, and Newcastle United a lot to work, a lot to do to win this game, certainly. So here we go. No changes so far, is from what I'm seeing.
No.
So there we go. We shall wait and see. Tonali right there fighting in the midfield. No, ooh, Tonali's down though. He looks in pain.
Ooh.
The referee certainly looking. He's gonna untie his boot. Oh, his boot was coming off. Maybe he was stepped on.
Yeah.
The cleats look. Ooh, hey, that is
Ooh. On
tough
the
right
inside
there,
of the
man.
ankle. Yeah. That's nasty.
Right on the Achilles tendon. By Yassin Ayari, who's been he already has a yellow card, and
Yeah.
he's been playing rough this game so far. Bruno Guimaraes with the cross in. Dunk back to
Just too easy, isn't it?
Too easy. No, absolutely
Not
zero.
a single person anywhere near him.
Our set
Fucking
pieces, man. I'm telling you.
Absolutely shocking.
Yeah. This is all on Eddie Howe. His persistence to hang on to Wilson and want Osula as Costas, a top striker who PIF would have bought him if he asked for it. Sorry, Eddie, is too stubborn, says Jordan. There you go. Jordan for life. Jordan for life, we were saying we haven't seen you in a while, man. Gary, Brighton 1 shot on target. Newcastle 2 on SofaScore. Exactly. Yeah. Well, Brighton had 1 shot on target, and it was 1 shot overall, 1 shot on target, 1 shot scored, and everything.
They only need that, don't
100%. Yeah. Anyways, we should be look, man, we gotta be positive. We can do this. We can do this. All right. So there was go Veltman. The ball goes back to Joe Linton. Oh, Joe Linton, what the hell was he trying to do there? A little lob right there for Ayari, who just is that a corner kick? Oh man. Well, Nick Pope is the one to take care of that. Ayari.
No, what I was alluding to, going back onto what Geordie Toon for Life was saying, was goalkeeper saves. It's got us down as no goalkeeper saves. And obviously we all saw Anthony Gordon save in the top corner. It wasn't shots on target. It was goalkeeper saves. We haven't had we haven't had to make a single save according to SofaScore.
Well, we didn't, but they did.
No, exactly. But we've had a goal against us. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so it just proves how bad it is.
Ayari, and oh my goodness gracious, they almost scored
Christ.
on that. Oh man, by himself, by himself. How do you understand how hard it is to shoot from a for a kick the ball from a corner kick? That means you're waiting until the ball to get is to low. That means the amount of time you have without a defender. Unbelievable, man. And he kicked it with the shin.
What are you doing, lads?
Nobody there with him would dunk.
We definitely need a set piece coach for defence and attack.
Anyways, Anthony Gordon now on the left side, playing with Tonali on the inside of the midfield. Tonali now looking for somebody, moving his hands like, who are we? Am I playing alone, mate? Somebody show up. Lewis Hall to Gordon, and Gordon to nobody. Brighton now with the ball, trying to create something on the counter. Newcastle United players, oh man, nutmeg right there, Murphy. And the pass goes to nobody, thankfully.
Yep.
Throw in for Newcastle United. A throw in executed by Byrne. Right back to Nick Pope.
I'd give it, for me now, the way Brighton have set up, I'd give it literally 15 minutes, and I'd bring Barnes on, but I wouldn't take any of the front three off. I'd bring Barnes on to sit in that number 10 slot in the middle of the park, and bring a midfielder off, because we don't. Jace Evans done very little in this game, to be fair.
Yeah, not much.
Tonali and Bruno have dominated the midfield.
4-2-3-1, 4-2-3-1, but he's not going to do that.
He won't do it. No, exactly. Because there's loads of space in between the two fours if you look at the way they're set up.
Yeah. And Joe Linton now, the commentator's curse, because he did something well there. Joe Linton passing it back to Bruno. Bruno to Gordon. Gordon cutting inside. Gordon now with no angle. A corner kick, or what is it? But yeah. Oh no, a goal kick. And Gordon is losing his mind.
Oh my days.
How can not? That's unbelievable, man. That's let's take a look at it again though. So Gordon going. Oh no, I don't know if he touched it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them, isn't it? You're going to give you give the opportunity to make a decision, and it wasn't clear cut. So even us seeing it on the replay, couldn't make a decision. So that's what I'm saying. And that's been our failure for me. We're getting into the right positions,
and now
but there doesn't seem to be any progress.
Again, taking his time, and the strict referee doesn't give him a yellow card on that one. Well, we shall wait and see. Now Brighton a little more loose. Brighton trying a few things here. Kadioglu passing it back to Veltman now on the right side. Be careful.
You're joking.
Well
you're joking.
Right
Jesus Christ. The space at the back post there.
And Eddie Howe is not happy, obviously. It's not about Eddie Howe not finding out that we're not performing. It was about Eddie Howe making the changes and not be frozen in time watching the game. Jordan says, sorry, I love this show, but how long until fans start calling for a new manager? Well, look, you got to take, well, first of all, everybody's got their opinion. Of course, Welbeck with the shot.
My God, what's going on here, man?
The thing is, the one thing about this channel, Jordan, everybody has their opinions. We allow everybody to have their football opinions, obviously. And, I can only speak for myself. I don't think look, if we were losing every game, that would be different, though. We've got those results. And as much as I criticize, even when we win, it'll be tough for anybody to sack any manager that has gotten results. And you have to consider the damage that you could do as well. But let's take a look at it. Livermento now to Isak. Isak crossing it nicely. Gordon alone.
Gordon!
And he missed a sitter right there.
Fucking square head, man. Jesus Christ.
That's a good one.
He's so poor in his fucking head.
Oh, he's alone. He's alone. That's
what I said. It's fucking 7 yards out and he can't hit the target. Jesus.
Man. Jeez, man.
He did everything right apart from fucking hit the target.
Yeah. Hit the like button, folks. Come on, hit the like button. Let's get to it. Got a lot of time, a lot of football left to be played. Tonali against Ferguson. It's just it's a man's game, man. It is what it is. Kenny W. Now the Tuchel's gone. Are there any decent managers left? Well, that's the thing too. Who are you bringing in if you're gonna get? I don't know, man. Oh, what a pass right there, Bruno. Man, that's gonna be a foul. I guarantee you. Yes, the referee is going to call for a foul. I knew it because the referee is certainly playing the the easy way. The easy way. The
Oh my
referee's not.
days.
The referee's not going to get. Not going to. Not going to call anything that's
I
controversial.
mean, look at that. There's nothing in that whatsoever. What are you? That is shocking. Honest to God, that is schoolboy stuff. Fucking referees, so bad.
Boy, my oh my. We're in a bad predicament now. We were playing decent earlier on, but now we're not even creating the same shots. And Brighton are playing really loose. Brighton, Baleba. The ball goes to Beltman. Beltman now is going to pass it back to Dunk, and Dunk right with Kadioglu to Kadioglu with a Yari. Oh, Ferguson, sorry. Danny Welbeck. When you see Danny Welbeck, it's a 10. They're just doing whatever. They're playing Toulouse, man. They're very comfortable with the score, obviously.
Well, they've got a bit of confidence now. They've stepped up a little bit. They're starting to play in our half, the second half now, because we're having to commit bodies forward to try and get this equaliser. So there's a bit more space for them to play into the half channels, and like I said, it's bloody good management. It really is good management.
Well, they are executing their game plan 100%. That's what they wanted to do. The only time Brighton ever play with a lineup like this is today, meaning this was a deliberate plan for them to play like this, get a goal, and go back home without like a thief in the night. And they are certainly doing it. Joe Linton now 1-1 against Dunk and loses that battle right there. Well, J7 now fighting for it. Good job. Gets the ball back. J7 to Bruno. Bruno from deep block.
Go on now.
Just in time, though. Blocked right there in the nick of time. Tonali gets the ball back. Livermento now on the right side.
Come on,
Murphy.
run into the space. Run into the space.
Murphy and Bruno. Bruno to Tonali. Tonali to Burn. And now Fabian Scher and Newcastle United doing a little bit what they were doing earlier on. Livermento 1-on-1. Livermento with the cross, and that's going to be a corner kick for Newcastle United. Gary, we're getting closer.
Yeah, but again, it's that delay of the cross. You see, Tonali. The beautiful ball up to Tino. Tino's took a touch out of his feet. He's took another touch out of his feet, and that just allows the defender to get back. Just take a touch and cross. Even if you whip it in, it could come off a deflection, causes all sorts of problems. But a delaying of the ball into the middle again, and yeah, we've got a corner, but
a cross right there.
That's awful.
That's a poor execution of a set piece once again, man. It's unbelievable. The ball goes to Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno with the cross all the way.
Come on.
To Scher.
Come on.
Well, Newcastle get the ball back. This is what we were doing earlier on. But we're going to have to execute better and get into the box and score or shoot from outside the box. Something has to give. Lewis Hall now playing as a midfielder to Joe Linton, momentarily at least. And now Gordon. Gordon with the cross. Isak. Well defended by Dunk right there. Now Brighton gets the ball back.
He's let it bounce. Don't let him come out.
Igor Julio.
Don't let him come out.
Ferguson. And Brighton trying to get away from the Lions' den. Julio back to Verbruggen. Random access close. But as the old saying goes, nearly is only halfway, and halfway isn't there. That's right. That's right, man. All right. Be careful. Verbruggen. Kadioglu. I wonder if where's Kadioglu from? Is he Greek?
No, I think Romanian. I think.
Oh, okay.
He's Romanian.
Okay.
I think he is anyway.
Dunk and Igor Julio. Big man. And Brighton now taking their time, taking their sweet time to dissect Newcastle United, if they will. And now Fabian Scher, well done right there. Livermento loses the ball. Be careful, man.
Fucking hell. Oh, he's Turkish.
He's Turkish. I knew it.
Yeah.
But no, I actually thought I was going to ask if Vlachodimos was his teammate, if he was Greek. But But there we go. Fabian Scher, Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno's got a man on him at all times. And now Jacob Murphy on the right side have to pass it back. Has to pass it back to Fabian Scher. Scher trying to create something. Going to Gordon on the left side of things. And now Gordon 101. Gordon 101 again. Oh, man. He gets stripped, though.
Jesus.
Well done by Jorginho right there. And now Lewis Hall is going to have the ball, but be careful. And that's a throw-in for Brighton. Ruta. Jorginho Ruta. And Mitoma is coming onto the pitch, and I'm not sure this is good news for Newcastle United. Well, now we got to put Barnes in. Fucking hell. Unbelievable. Well, it looks like Ferguson is going to be coming off. Yeah, Ferguson.
Yeah, because he's only literally just come back from injury, so he's got the minutes in his legs. He's done his job, and then Mitoma comes on, and again, Mitoma's now slouch, is he?
Yeah, no, that's Mitoma's. His haircut might not tell it, but he is a very dangerous man. He's a very dangerous man. Oh, what the hell is he trying to do there? Nicely done, Joe Linton.
No
and the pass
idea.
goes to Bruno Guimaraes. And Bruno
Right,
Guimaraes with the poor pass.
Bruno.
Get the ball back, though, Tonali. And now Lewis Hall on the left side. Lewis Hall probably going to give it to Tonali. Yes, sir. Tonali going to give it to Isak, and he's not offside yet.
Well,
Isak
that's a great
alone.
ball.
Oh, well defended. Well defended. Isak. Oh!
There's nobody with him now, look. Fucking
Nobody
hell,
with him.
Nobody with him. You know, you got 4 fucking defenders around him.
He's alone.
Come on.
He was offside. He was offside, but that doesn't change the fact that he was alone. Because he was onside.
He's fucking well onside.
What the hell is this, man? What are we doing here? He's
playing
onside
against 13 fucking players here.
This is unbelievable, man. But regardless, nobody there to help him out. On that's a bad angle right there, because obviously somebody's going to close in. He's right-footed, so he needs help. What the hell, man? And he was well onside, man. That if he would have scored and they canceled that one, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good right there. Good Jesus, man.
It's a bad.
Mitoma. Blocked by Debra Tonali, but Mitoma gets the ball back, and now Jorginho Ruta with the ball. Back to Ruder. And now Ruder, the ball goes. Oh, be careful, Nick Pope. Just in time.
Burns did brilliantly there, though, to stop the run.
Well, he slowed him
Burns
down.
did absolutely. Yeah. He just blocked the run, and he hasn't got to get out of the way. So, but that was sensational, really, because there was a give and go again in behind, and Burnley knew he wasn't going to get the ball, so he just stops the run.
We got more holes than a Chinese bucket, says Big Riker. There you go. And now Joe Linton on the left. Gordon. And Livramento's making the run right there.
Come on, Tino. Come on. Give
back
it
to J7. J7 to Livramento. Livramento now is on the left side. Joe Linton on the overlap. Isak. Timed that pass right there. And Brighton gets the ball back, and it's just we don't have answers, man. We don't have answers.
No, we are we're huffing and puffing, but there doesn't seem to be any end product whatsoever.
No.
Joe Willock's coming on.
It's fucking unbelievable, man. I'm telling you, man, we need Harvey Barnes on the pitch. Somebody needs to break the mold, man. He's the only one that can do it.
Yeah. Come on now.
Guimaraes getting the ball. There you go, Gordon.
Well done, Bruno.
Tonali, Isak. Isak alone. Isak's going to have to. No, Isak, you have to pass that ball, man. You have to pass it to Murphy. Have to pass it, man. You can't shoot from there.
That's just frustration, though, buddy, I think.
Yeah, and that could be too. Look, I'm going to pass to this numpty. He's going to screw it up. I might as well do it myself. I mean, look, I'm telling you what, anything, things that can't come up in a man's mind when he's not frustration and not trusting his teammates.
I tell you something now. If that's right, AJ, I'm sorry, mate. That's just beyond a joke.
Well, I mean, I don't see anything yet, but we'll wait and see. Well, Barnes and Willock are waiting. I don't know who's coming off. And not even SofaScore has updated their stuff yet. So, but anyways, the pass goes to Murphy, and Murphy.
Go on. Go on.
Murphy shooting
Go on.
to nothing. And the ball goes back to Newcastle United. Fabian Scher now on a very high line as far as he is concerned. The ball goes to Isak. Isak's going to have to shoot. Isak with the block right there by Birmingham. And Joe
Back it
Linton.
up.
Oh,
Back it
my
up.
goodness gracious.
Back it up.
Gordon
Jesus
Joe Linton
Christ.
to the sky.
Ah, you fucker.
Oh, man. This reminds me of the... No, not really. We haven't created that many chances, but against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League, we created so many. We hit the crossbar so many times. And it's like, this ball is not going in. I don't think this is the same game, though. We haven't really been shooting. But that deflection, well blocked right there by Verbruggen. And J7 with the left, very, very challenged. Oh, Tonali's coming off, isn't he? I just heard Tonali.
Yeah. I can't believe it,
That
man.
is
That's what I said
unbelievable,
when I looked at AG. I'm thinking, no, it can't be right.
Wow, man. That is
Jesus.
unbelievable. The best midfielder you have right now, he's coming on. I just don't get it.
Well, at least
man.
Harvey Barnes is on.
I just seriously do not get this dude, man. Hey, Jordan, you asked me the same question again, man, and I might answer different now because I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. How
Well,
do you get it? Anyways, Harvey Barnes.
Come on.
Harvey Barnes, the pass to Joe Willock. Oh, Joe Linton. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
And just
Yeah.
Harvey Barnes, that's what he does. Give him the ball. That's what he does. Give him the ball.
Look
And
at
he's
the
gonna give you
how many
something.
players are there, man?
It's just, I'm telling you, man.
Just
That's what Harvey Barnes does, man. You give him the ball, and he's gonna rub the limp. He's gonna rub the limp. Anthony Gordon now.
come on, lads.
Gordon with the cross. Somebody goes down. They're calling for a foul on the Brighton player, but there's a corner kick maybe. Dunk is calling for a foul. But there's another corner kick for Newcastle United.
It's a crazy one, mate, isn't it? It's like I said, it's like everybody's now just scrambling for anything. It's become really, I would say, sloppy, because the technical side of it's gone. It's
Lewis Hall with the cross, punched by Verbruggen.
Whoa!
Willock now with the headbutt to
Where the fuck's that gone to?
Mitoma, or to yeah. No, that's Mitoma. Yeah.
Well done.
We got saved in the nick of time on that one.
Yeah. I thought Willock's pass was going to be a perfect one for Mitoma then.
Yep. And the ball deep to Isak. Isak is going to have to
Go on,
control it.
go
There we
on.
go. Isak, take a man off. Isak.
Go on.
Isak. Oh! Fuck.
yeah.
Blocked by Verbruggen. that
That's
wasn't
better.
a sitter.
That's better.
That wasn't a sitter, though. So, I mean, he just created something out of nowhere. But, the ball goes back to Gordon. Oh, man.
Come on, what are you doing, Gordon? Oh, man.
That's
Panicking,
crazy.
man. They're panicking.
Joe Willock. And Joe Willock.
Compose your lads.
Jorginho. Bruno Guimaraes trying to poach the ball away as well. Bruno, that's going to be a throw for Newcastle United. Quickly, man. Pay quickly because they're out of breath. All right, Lewis Hall. And now back to Harvey Barnes. And Harvey Barnes, oh, that's a foul right there, isn't it? Surely it's a foul, man.
Fucking hell, referee. Come on.
Jesus, man. Back to
Well
Joe Willock.
done.
And Joe Willock looking at Isak.
Come on,
The ball
Joe.
goes to Isak. No.
Oh, Jesus. What was that?
Man, that's a bad control right there by Isak.
Joe, get involved, man.
Exactly. It's just it's alone.
Why do you stand off there? He's on his bloody own.
Isak is knackered, man. Harvey Barnes. Barnes 101 again. Barnes cutting inside. Barnes. Ooh, jeez.
Oh, you bastard.
That's confused the hell out of me. The way that ball bounced. Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes is going to cross it to a Gordon that's playing right winger right now. Kadioglu trying to get rid of it. Back to Livramento. And now Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes to Shar. Newcastle playing on the right side with Anthony Gordon. Back to Shar. And Shar's going to give it to Bruno. Joe Linton. Back to Bruno. Oh, Bruno doing a little bit of a Zidane work right there. The referee doesn't call for a foul. Be careful. Danny Welbeck now. Ayari on the right side for Brighton. Well done right there. Joe Willock. Back to Bruno. Newcastle United back with the control of the ball. And the long pass to Gordon. Not going to get to it, though. Not going to get to it. Yeah.
Good run.
Damn it.
Just a little bit heavy on the pass, really. But like I say, it was a perfect run inside, outside to in. So it's what you need.
Interesting. Random Access telling us I can feel a very interesting post-match press conference coming on. Well, we're definitely going to have the thoughts, and we're going to upload it on our channel, as we usually do. Every post-match thought from any player, any manager, obviously Eddie House. So stay tuned for those as well. And we will have an instant match reaction, fan calling. I'll be there, and you just come on and have your say.
Who was that? Where was that ball to?
Nobody.
What? There was 2 balls on the pitch. Just having a look at the replay of Isak's chance.
Yeah, Isak.
Just a bit wide, wasn't he?
He tried to create something out of nothing there, though. Well guarded by Julio.
Oh, absolutely.
He
certainly didn't. He didn't give up on it.
Well, as Stupinian is coming on for Brighton. Baleva coming off. Maybe that was also part of their game plan. Wifer or Wifa?
Wifa.
Wifa. And Jorginho Ruda coming off as well. Maybe that was part of the game plan to get Newcastle with the starters tired. Not sure, but Stupinian coming on as well. So there you go. We'll see how that affects us.
So Hinselwood's just got a yellow card for something. I didn't see what that was for.
Now Mitoma 101 against Livramento. Mitoma with the pass. And, oh, man, Joe Linton easily moved. Oh, no.
Oh, the
Jesus Christ.
What you
man.
do? Oh, my God.
Dan Burn, but
Dan Burn just threw his body on the line there, didn't he?
what the hell? Lewis Hall just fell down. But I tell you what, man. Estupinian, that ball come off.
No.
Estupinian literally moved Joe Linton out the way with his body. Unbelievable. And
Why are you trying to flick it on there with Hall? Why don't you just head it the way it's coming? Just the way it's coming in. Just head it back out for a throw-in. Just, I didn't understand what he was trying to achieve there.
oh, my goodness. That would have been a bad play right there. Bad.
Oh, Jesus. Kadioglu just got himself all in a tangle there.
Kadioglu was there just for that shot as well. But anyways, Brian Quinn, thanks for commentary. A disappointing performance. Hope we can turn it around. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, look, we just got a lot of time. Though. A lot of time left for both teams, unfortunately. And this, we look at Paul Mitchell. Oh, Paul Mitchell looks
a bit subdued.
Yeah, man. Paul Mitchell looks a bit tired.
Oh. Anthony Gordon looks tired, to be fair.
Yeah.
Just couldn't control that at all. He was very sloppy.
The pass to Kadioglu.
Well done, Burn.
Well done. Ooh, Dan Burn breaking ankles. Back to Lewis Hall. Dan Burn. And now Fabian Scher. In Brighton right now, Brighton's game plan is being executed to perfection. Newcastle United. Oh, nice pass right there to Gordon, and Gordon
Come
is
on,
alone.
come on,
Gordon is
come
alone.
on, come on. Oh, end products again. Straight down the keeper's throat.
Oh, what a sitter.
Jesus Christ, lads. Come on.
All by himself, man. Jeez.
What a ball.
What a ball right there by Shard, to be honest. Oh. Even if he cuts inside, if he puts a pause on it, the defender goes by, he's alone.
Yeah, but he's never going to pull it onto his left foot, mate. That's what I'm
Well,
saying. These guys just don't use their other foot.
This is the thing. It's because these guys are used to that stuff. You got to do what you got to do, man. What makes sense. I just don't see how a professional footballer can't just.
It's confidence, buddy. That's the thing. When you're confident and I mean, everything you touch. I mean, we saw this with Mickey in his purple patch, didn't we? Everything he touched went into the net. We said it with Isaac last season with 20 odd goals. You know, everything you touch comes off your ass. It comes off your chest. It ends up in a goal. And it's like I said, this season, everything seems to be so much more rushed. There's no composure in front of goal. Everybody looks, and I mean everybody looks as if they're not confident to finish in front of goal, and we are missing. That's what we're missing in this game. It's just we've done everything else, we just haven't been able to manage to get a good, clear opportunity to make the keeper work. Everything apart from obviously Anthony Gordon's shot into the corner, everything else has been virtually straight at him.
Yep. Well, Welbeck is down, so you expect a lot of that.
The Mackham Slayer.
Oh my goodness.
Or the ex-Mackham.
Yeah. Mac debates 180 grand a month. Gordon should donate the next month's wages for that attempt. Yep. Well,
Strawberry's going to be busy again next week.
I surely didn't think that he should be the highest paid player based on one season alone, but it is what it is. We'll have to see if this is a one season. He's a one season wonder, or he isn't. But look at that, Welbeck. That's by himself, though. He did that by himself. He pulled something. He pulled a butt cheek.
Yeah, looks more like a glute, doesn't it? The way he was holding there.
Foxy's saying, just imagine the outrage if Miggy missed that. That is a fact as well.
It's not just Miggy, mate. There's a few,
Yeah. Beer by guess, sorry, we've done something wrong in the past life.
I think somebody's run over a cat, a black one.
We've done something, man. I'm telling you, it just doesn't make sense, man.
Oh.
Yeah, but Fire and Share didn't do anything though.
Yeah, that it looks, that could be a disc bulge, that's just gone on him. If he's had that neuro pain, which you get right down like a sciatic pain, that could be him gone for a few weeks.
Yeah, unfortunate. Very unfortunate, of course.
Van Hecker coming on, so they're going to solidify the defense even more.
Van Hecker. Well, you tell us, folks, what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think about this matchup right now? I just can't believe it, man. We were so excited. We were playing so good for it to end like this. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, the effort's there. I mean, like I said, you can't criticise the effort getting into the final third. It's just having the composure on the finish. We've snatched at certainly everything that we've had the opportunity to. I mean, the keeper's made made a great save against
Gordon. That's
Isaac.
Gordon.
And Gordon, and that's all he's had really hard for all the pressure that we've put on them. them clear-cut chances that we've just had have gone straight down the keeper's throat. We haven't had to make the keeper do a lot at all, and that's what the frustrating part is. And then, like I say, when you have got a bit of the opportunity, it's a case of where are the extra people to create another thing from that one opportunity? And it just seems as though everybody then just says, well, here's your opportunity. I'm not getting involved in this. It's like we've got to start changing the mentality of the players.
Yeah, and we're definitely toothless up front, though. I mean, you got to admit. I mean, we just, for some reason, man, we just, first of all, in the very beginning, we didn't challenge only about one shot. We challenged Verbruggen, and the second shot, obviously, and the second chance, you know, we looked for it, but just just weird, man. I'm telling you. Well, and now, obviously, this is going to be right up Brighton's game plan to waste time, which is valid. But
Yeah.
and hopefully the referee does add the proper minutes back. But can we trust that's going to happen? That's the problem.
He must be in some pain there because he's on nitrous oxide.
Yeah. No, I don't. No doubt he's hurt. I mean, Welbeck is a tough lad, man.
Yeah. He's on. So he's obviously tweaked a nerve, potential disc in his back. It seems really strange, that one. I mean, there was nothing from Shah in that one. It was just his eyes were on the ball. He's backed
Right.
into him.
Benjamin, what's he sucking on lying on the stretcher?
Yeah, those nitrous oxide sticks.
Van Hecka coming on to the pitch for Brighton. Well, we'll see if we can draw this game. 81 minutes underway. Now, I believe ex Boca Juniors as well. The player came in for a Yari. I forgot his name now.
Yeah, and CISO
And Ciso. There you go.
has come on.
No, man,
Didn't
Enciso
he
didn't
play
play
against? Or didn't he play for Paraguay?
He is Paraguayan. Yep. Maybe he didn't play for Boca. I don't know why. I believe I've seen his face. What happened to Icy Sponge down the shorts that got them up quick?
Yeah, them cold sponges might get everybody up quickly back in the day.
Yeah. Anyways, Newcastle United look to draw this game. Harvey Barnes now on the left. Bruno Guimaraes to Burn.
Miggy's coming on.
Now to J7. Miguel Almiron coming off with about 8+ minutes to play in this game. J7. Guimaraes through the pass with Gordon, and Gordon had good intentions, but not good execution. Mitoma now, nicely done right there by Bruno Guimaraes, stealing the ball, trying to nutmeg Mitoma, not working. The ball goes back to Brighton. And
Why didn't he play the simple ball into Bruno then? He was square. Just trying to, be too clever on the ball at times, Gordon. Oh, Jesus. Come on.
Well, that's a foul. And Murky Waters, Miguel Almiron will draw.
Anthony Gordon coming off.
Miguel Almiron right now with this entrance will draw Matt Ritchie with the most Newcastle games appearances. Be careful, Mitoma. Mitoma to end it.
Oh, you're joking.
Oh, my God. This is just poor defending, man. Wow.
Jesus. I said before about Tino, I love him. I think he's going to be a great fullback, but his first touch there was absolutely
Yeah,
shocking.
that was a shocking. That was a poor mistake right there. A poor, just you can't do that, man. Proper. You're supposed to be a professional footballer, man. Come on.
That's shocking.
And Ciso with a corner kick and another corner kick.
Have another one.
Sean Longstaff coming on the pitch.
So who's going off, do you think?
I mean, it should have been J7 before Tonali came off, but
Well, that's what I couldn't understand, to be fair. I mean, J7's had a better second half, if I'm honest.
yeah.
Good lad.
Yeah, well done, Dan Burn right there.
Dan
Longstaff
Burn, as
coming on.
always, you know, he's
Called it a
so
day.
much Mr. Reliable. He plays with his heart on his sleeve every time.
So Almiron coming on, and Gordon is coming off. I mean, this doesn't make sense either because it's 84 minutes to go. Gordon has been tired for at least 10.
I mean, I think you've
So-
probably got another 10 minutes, mate, if I'm honest,
Yeah,
because of the
you
injury.
you get but you never know.
No, you know,
So-
you never know.
And Longstaff coming off for Guimaraes. Wow. Joe.
Joe.
Okay. Joe.
Yep.
So J7, who's played the worst out of all midfielders, stays on the pitch. Okay.
Well, let's see.
We'll see, man. All right, Longstaff with a good pass to
That's a good
Livramento.
pass.
Livramento is going to be a corner kick for Newcastle United, and maybe the last chance is J7 trying to get the crowd up on their feet, but you have to give them a reason to get up. That's a
Well,
fact.
the known party can begin. Come on, boys. Got to commit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's
man. We
awful,
are
man. Fucking hell.
awful in fucking set pieces, man. It's unbelievable.
That's a really bad ball as well. Tino. Okay, you know, this is we've got one-on-one again. Jesus Christ.
I'm with
Dan
Biraghi,
Burn
man.
is now staying up top. What's going on here now? We're all over the shop.
So, Biraghi, subbing Bruno for Longstaff. This could be an all-time low. I just don't understand it, man. I think Eddie needs to learn about not taking the players that can perform off.
Maybe that was already in the setup, though, because of obviously the international duties.
Yeah, man. But
Maybe that was the reasons why they said everybody gets so many minutes. I don't know.
That's a robotic way of thinking. I mean, you got to win a game, man. You got to draw a game.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's
You don't take your best players off
just
when
don't
you're
do it,
losing.
man. Tonali, Bruno. Bruno's not acting tired. The only one that's been acting tired is Gordon, literally.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And you know, this impact sub thing that we always that people like to say about Harvey Barnes. I mean, the more time you have him on the pitch, the more chances he will have to do his job. So I always say play your best players. That's what I think. But I mean, I haven't seen anything from Willock. Not much from Jason. Jason's been more active, I guess you can say, in the second half, but not really anything substantial. Joe Willock, don't know what he does, to be honest, on the pitch. He confuses me. And Murphy been very inconsistent, man, on the right side as well. So you're putting Almiron. You didn't play with Almiron. Do something with him. He's fresh. Make him run. Right now, this whole time we've been talking BS, we haven't done a damn thing. Just
Dan Burn again.
and our 15-game not losing streak at St. James's Park
Yeah.
over nothing comes to an end. Over nothing.
Again, I mean, to be fair, quite a poor Brighton side, if I'm absolutely honest. It's not. They certainly they've stuck to a task and they've executed it superbly well. but we've given them most
Yeah.
of the issue, our own issues, if I'm honest. Gifted them the goal. Hold on, Miggy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's poor ball again now.
And now we got Harvey Barnes on the left. Harvey Barnes 101. Harvey Barnes. That's going to be a foul right there, though. Has to be a foul. And
Can't come in on the side.
This could be the one. Kenny says I've turned it off. Well, thanks for keep watching us, mate. And yeah, it's a toughie. It's a toughie tonight. We're gonna have the match reaction, so I'll be there, and you guys can join. The show. Give us your take, your opinion, because we definitely want to hear the fans have their say. And yeah, so this is one of our last plays, though. We'll see how many minutes the referee
9
gets
minutes,
added.
mate.
9 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Come on, Willock.
Yeah, Willick.
Honest to God, man, that lad,
Harvey Barnes.
he's so half-hearted at times.
J7 and now in CISO to fight off with Livramento. Well done there, Livramento. Harvey Barnes playing as a left back right now. And Nick Pope. Now Sean Longstaff. So Will Osula's coming on with 9 minutes. Now watch, he's going to take Isak off.
What? Is Sula coming on?
Yeah, and he's going to take Isak off. I guarantee you.
No way.
I mean, I don't know who's coming off, but what the hell are we doing, man? Right there.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a man down. Dan Burn. Yeah. There we go. 9 minutes.
J7 just took them both out.
Almiron trying to get through. Nicely blocked though by.
Again, wrong ball.
Yeah.
You've got all the time in the world to put a ball into the box, and he gives it to Almiron, who hasn't got a right foot. Fucking hell's bells. Come on.
Right, you're right, man. If it wasn't for Solano, man, I would have been in a better spot. Shit. Solano could have played it, man. Just unbelievable, man. But it is what it is. Can't change your colors. But
they are so poor, you know. Honest to God, they are so poor.
Yeah, no, they're nothing to watch, to be honest.
We're giving them the ball back.
Oh, dude, this is a joke, man. This is a fucking joke, man. Bitoma. Fucking hell, man.
Oh, Jesus.
How are we in this game, man? It's unbelievable.
Fucking hell's bells.
These balls and like out of nowhere, just out of somebody, just a Brighton player just hitting it with his head, the other one with his shin.
We are all over the shop
with Mitoma, and Mitoma could have had 2 goals already.
Lewis Hall has gone off.
Lewis Hall coming off. Now you explain to me how this is going to work. So Lewis Hall.
Gone to 3 at the back.
3 at the back. So it's going to be Shar and Byrne and what, Livramento or J7 maybe.
Well,
the way
at this present moment in time, it just looks like Tina.
Well, now because Tino's going forward and J7 is in the midfield. So we're going to play with 2 center backs for 10 minutes. And Harvey Barnes right there. Willock back to nobody.
I'm sorry, mate. I keep saying it. You know, Willock is just not, for me, his head is just not there.
Yeah, Willock is horrible. And you're going to take Tonali off for that twat? Fuck out of here, man.
Shocking.
We're supposed to. Just unbelievable. All right. Well, Brighton throwing. Just makes 0 sense. The changes for Eddie every week now have been absolutely dross. Absolutely dross. I just don't get it. But yeah, do listen to Rosie though. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, folks. Come on, help us out. Help us out. Still got time. Still got a lot of time. Osula is on the pitch, and we haven't even tried to reach their box. So Osula might not even touch the ball. Look at this, man.
Oh, jeez.
And Cizo beaten. You getting beaten by a small guy, man. He's pushing you out the way, Burn. Come on. Harvey Barnes now with a poor pass.
Harvey Barnes?
Penalty. That's got to be a penalty.
Oh,
now.
Jesus.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, dear.
We are shit, man. And
That
look
was
at
a
Osula.
diving, that was, wasn't it?
Look at Osula running like a deer. At least he's somebody doing something.
Fucking that was bad.
I'm telling you, I think the referee just and that benefited us. He's just playing it safe, and we are home. He's not going to give us a penalty that late, but that could have been.
Come on now, come on, come on. Pick up the pieces.
Running for the Longstaff easily beat.
Oh, fucking hell,
A throw in now for Newcastle. 94 minutes and a half underway, ladies and gentlemen. We got a few minutes. We shall wait and see what happens. A foul right there. Throw it in there. Throw it in there, man. Throw it in there.
Since we've made the substitutions from the start, the actual formation has gone to pot. We are all over the place with no formation whatsoever at this present moment in time.
All right, everybody's got a man. Everybody ready for a dance off. Everybody's got a partner.
Come on, Will. Get your head on this one, buddy.
Longstaff with the crossing. All you got to do is put it in there, man.
All you've got to do is beat the first man on.
Longstaff with the crossing. Fuck!
Oh,
we don't do
hell.
one fucking
what
cross right! Burn! Burn! He's offside.
He's offside. Fucking hell. Ah. He did look as though he was offside, mate, from the... That's why I didn't get excited. I'm thinking, no way, that can't be. But he finished well, actually.
Man, I'm sick of this.
Really good finish. But he was
everybody
miles
was fucking
offside.
offside.
Look at that, man. There's fucking 5 of them.
And he missed that one. Oh, I was about to scream my guts off.
But that was a beautiful finish. Oh, dear.
No, but just the set pieces, man. Is one after not one time can we cross it right, man. It's unbelievable. And Ciso to Pope, and now Pope is gonna have to do something quickly. Still got a little bit of time. Then Burn back to J7, and Burn.
Oh, jeez, it's not there.
Joe Willock, 101. Joe Willock. Back to Longstaff. Fabian Scher.
Somebody's got to take responsibility.
Willock, he's offside though, isn't he? Almiron. Was it not a penalty? He was offside. Fuck.
Yeah. Unlucky.
What's up with these players offside, man? The last one, everybody was offside, which is unbelievable. No chance of scoring whatsoever. Fucking hell, man.
It is so poor, isn't it? When you think that, you know, we've looked at this squad and we've thought, oh yeah, we've got a chance here. First half, it was like 1-0 down. Well, that's nothing. The way we've played, we've got a chance. We've come out in the second half, and I must admit, it hasn't looked like we're going to score. It just doesn't look. It's everybody is just not committed to put a shot on goal from outside the box to draw the defender on you. They're throwing these little tricky balls over the top, and we've been caught offside a number of times because we're too eager to get into the space. And it's like I say, it's percentages now.
Oh, bullshit, man. Almiron in the midfield to Fabian Scher, and now to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes. Come on, Harvey.
Come on, Harvey.
Barnes.
Come on, Harvey.
What a... Oh, man.
Oh.
A throw in. Come on. Let's go. A foul right there. There's got to be a foul. No foul. Nothing is going to be covered. And Harvey Barnes fighting it off. Barnes with the cross to Osula. Fabian. Oh, foul. It's got to be a foul. Let's go. That's it. Let's go. Hurry up, man, because this fucking referee is going to call the game. They can do it, by the way.
Random access.
Oh, thank you so much, Random Access, mate. Says this is for the last time equalizer. We aren't going to score. Well, hopefully, thank you so much for the donation, man. Hopefully we do score.
Come on.
This is the one. Hurry up and do it, man. Hurry up. Stop bullshitting around. Because the referee can't call.
Everybody's now saying, who's having it? Who's having it?
The referee can call it off. And this twat will call it off. Trust me. Watch him.
Mickey's walking away with his head down. Obviously, he's been told to move. He's been told he's not having it. Now it's down to 4 of them. 3 of them are still arguing which one's going to take it.
Fucking hell, man.
Fucking hell's bells. Come on. And this is what makes you think, what are they doing in these set pieces when they're doing the training? Is anybody out there coaching these guys whatsoever? Fabian Scher's moved away. So it looks like Isak's going to take responsibility.
Isak?
Or Lugstaff's gone away now.
Isak.
Come on, guys. This is it.
Well, that's fucking it.
Well, I mean, I've seen it all now, mate. We've gone past the 100 minutes, so this is it. Pope's in the middle.
There it is.
And they put it into the fucking keeper's hands.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's gone.
The one cross that actually makes it to the center of the box goes to the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Fuck off, man. You guys are a bunch of fucking twats. Fucking idiots, man. Look, match reaction. Join us. There's nothing we can say or do right now at this moment other than join us in the match reaction, and they're gonna get a ball again, as you guys say it. So because it was just poor. And by the way, everybody can join and have their opinion. So I will see you guys. Me and Gary. Well, Gary, you coming with me?
Yeah, I'll come with.
Okay. We'll have the match report tomorrow anyway. So but the match reaction right now, from the gut will come next. So thank you so much for watching, for listening. Join us right now on the match reaction. If you should get redirected, but if you don't, go on the homepage and you should be able to find it there. So